Are you looking for the premium audience across Hyderabad, US and the UK? We are Permit Room, the fastest growing media platform in Tollywood, the Tenglish space, across YouTube, Spotify and Instagram with over 2 lakh followers. We are looking for sponsors, partners and collaborators. Your ad will look like this. And you will be able to reach a premium audience across the 18 to 45 age bracket across the Telugu and English space. For more information, contact us on this email. See you there. Hello and welcome to Permit Room. Today we have with us an actor whose year it is, in many ways, 2025. We have Nidhhi Agerwal. Welcome to Permit Room.
Permit Room.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here. I've seen your podcasts and let's get into the deep conversation.
Let's go. Yes. But please don't put the pressure of being deep on us.
Okay. Because I'll do the deep bit.
Or you
do the conversation bit.
Yes,
I'll
yes.
make it deep.
We'll be the superficial.
No, I've seen your stuff. You guys are doing amazing.
Thank you.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
The maybe non-controversial, really getting to know the actor or the creator, whatever. So, great job.
Well, welcome to Permit Room.
Thank you.
And obviously, you know the context of what we are trying to achieve. Our aim is to make the guest laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can I ask for? This is the best kind of podcast then.
You know what is a permit room?
No.
So I'll tell you what is a permit room. Permit room is in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Wine shops ఉంటాయి కదా. Wine shops పక్కన ఒక room ఉంటుంది where you can have your alcohol and then go home. It's not bar, it's not a club.
Oh.
So the government has given you a place where you drink and then you go home. Don't drink and drive, but drink over there and go.
Oh.
So that is the
How
place.
thoughtful.
Yeah.
Really thoughtful.
But that is a place where all these conversations happen, where there is no ego or no point towards
Amazing.
this.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I learned something new today. Nice.
Correct.
I mean, I don't drink anymore, but I'll have this drink, whatever this
Yes.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. We'll just start off in the beginning. Congrats on this year, 2025. Looks like it's going to be your year.
Thank
You are
you so
shooting with two of the biggest stars. How is that feeling? How is it going? How is the year going? Is it hectic?
It's a bit hectic, but honestly, I've waited for things to be hectic for so long.
Oh,
I think during COVID and even after COVID, it took a while for things to start up again. And this project, Hari Hara Veera Mallu, I'm sure, you know that it's been going on for the last 4 years. So
Correct.
it's great that it's hectic.
Correct.
But yeah, excited. I hope everything goes good and I hope people like, whatever
Okay.
is going to come.
Correct. And I'm just curious, how did you spend your lockdown?
Oh, eating, sleeping, playing with my dogs, playing PUBG, watching Money Heist. Do you remember watching Money Heist?
It was the rage.
That was like a really big part of the lockdown. I tried watching the show called Dark, but I mean, I lied to everyone. I couldn't go beyond because it was, you have to like concentrate, and it's really tough for me to,
Correct.
put that much focus into.
Yeah. Even I didn't.
a
Have you
show.
watched Dark?
No.
Even I kind of lied to 1 or 2 people.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I was like, oh, Dark, you
What
should
a
watch
twist,
Dark.
man.
Yeah. But I don't think I understood the show.
I watched like 1 episode and it's
It's
in
on
German.
Netflix?
Yeah, it like around lockdown it became very famous.
Yeah,
Because
it did.
Money Heist
Yeah.
became-
Yeah, no, Money Heist.
After Money Heist, when you're looking for something to watch, then people are like, why don't you watch this?
Yeah. I think the name put me off.
Dark.
Dark.
Dark. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like a comedy show
Money
called
Heist.
Funny. I didn't.
True. Money Heist has money.
Money Heist. Yeah, it's great. It kind of gives you
No,
the.
but interested to know about the other part where you played PUBG.
PUBG. Oh my
Because
God, I
we also
love
played
playing
PUBG.
PUBG.
Okay.
And I was like talking to random people and in Hindi and all, I was saying something. It was little fun. There was no one to talk to, nothing to do.
They didn't
I
know
guess,
it was you, like a famous actor?
No.
What is your
People
idea?
had no idea. My sister's department, I just was like playing it for a couple of days. It was good fun. Then I started feeling dizzy and all of that after some time, right? I think that happens. And I'm like, no, this is not going to work out.
You're like waking up to like chicken dinner.
Yeah, winner chicken
Winner,
dinner.
chicken
Oh
dinner.
God. Yeah.
Man,
What did you guys do in the lockdown?
PUBG?
PUBG? Oh
Yeah.
God.
We had another interesting episode that happened to us.
Okay.
So one of our friend was a wine taster.
Wow, what a fancy job. Yeah.
So he left 2 cartons of wine bottles in our flat just before the lockdown.
Good timing.
So it was.
And he said, please keep them safe.
And y'all kept it safe.
Inside us.
Yeah, safe.
Yeah. So that was how our
Is
lockdown
he still your friend?
went. He did ask us to pay for it. But I was like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
People lost their lives and all.
I
You
mean,
can't
come on,
ask
you
back
just lost
for-
some wine.
Wine,
People have lost
yeah.
some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So Rupesh, if you're watching, I apologize. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of PUBG. I used to play like 6 hours of PUBG.
6 hours?
the
Oh
whole
my
day.
god. But what else to do? So no judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
It's like almost
do you
around
do beyond the
this
point?
time, 4 years back or 5 years back.
Yeah. But how did you guys like? Did you just eat anything and put on weight, or did you exercise? Like how?
No, that time we
was-
lived
Or there was no thought.
we used to go for those 1 arm distance shopping to supermarkets, buy groceries, and we would try to cook whatever
Try to
we
cook.
because we couldn't order anything
Yeah,
on
that's
Swiggy
true.
also.
That's
So we tried cooking.
I tried baking as well. Just once. Took some pictures and never did it again.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it was a scary time, man. I remember like asking if things will ever get back
to normal. Yeah.
For like 2 months, it was okay, fun, free, doing
Yeah.
nothing. I love doing nothing on some days. But after a point, it was like, okay, something start, you know,
Yeah.
or at least give us a date. It's going to end on this date. Then it's okay.
Yeah.
But the unknown was a
Like
bit.
the initial first 10 days when it came, thought, "Arey, something like this should happen every 2
Yeah,
years."
oh my God, people were saying that also. I think Sadhguru,
It's so
somebody
relieved.
said, Sadhguru or someone said
Yeah.
that everything should shut down for a couple of days for the nature to kind of.
Yeah, to again
Yeah.
nature should heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very. It was
Then
very
after
scary.
once
really
April
was.
it took over, it was terrible.
I mean, I'm sure our parents were sick of us. They get out. You don't
Yeah,
be here anymore. Yeah.
strange times.
So let's go to a little time before COVID.
Oh, we were alive before COVID?
Yeah, we were.
Life seems to be before and after COVID, right?
Yeah, it is. It is
Okay.
truly the.
But I think again the things are back to normal now.
I think they are. Yeah, I think they are. But just memory
But if
is
one
a
more
bit
COVID
foggy.
comes,
Other than that, everything is back to normal.
If one more COVID comes, then I know how to handle
Why
my
are you
mental.
manifesting this?
Yeah.
No, if it comes, I know how to handle my mental sanity because that time I went bonkers.
Really?
Yeah.
It was difficult.
Like after, it was difficult. Like after that, actually, it didn't have immediate effect. Like once the lockdown started to open and again suddenly you have to go back to work or
That also was like,
Yeah.
you want to go back, but suddenly it's like, "Arey, suddenly how do you meet so many people? Feels awkward. Oh yeah, I know. It took a mental toll. The
Yeah.
most trending topic right now, mental health.
yeah. So you were born in Hyderabad,
Yeah.
but you studied in Bangalore.
Bangalore. So basically, I'm from Bangalore.
Okay.
But my mom is from Hyderabad.
Oh, okay.
So I was born here. I have come here my whole life for summer holidays. My nanny, all of my mom's sisters, family. I have like 5,000 relatives, maybe more. 10, 15,000 relatives in Hyderabad. So yeah, Hyderabad has always been the most fun place for me to come. My entire childhood.
So your Amamma Uru anta judu.
Yes.
Amamma
My
Uru
nanny's house.
is here.
Yeah, it's here.
Where? Which part of Hyderabad?
Bashir Bagh. So
Bashir
she
Bagh.
stays in Bashir Bagh and all her sisters stay in like Banjara Jubilee. So they all like live pretty close by, but my nanny is in Bashir Bagh. So I like going, all the way to Bashir Bagh.
Oh. And schooling and college was in
Bangalore. All Bangalore.
Yeah. And you studied in Christ College, you said.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, why?
Why isn't it supposed to be the place?
I was
It's
excited to.
the most strict place. And that too for me, like I went to school to an international school. So
Okay.
I mean, school was a lot of fun. It was really chilled out, not much rules. We didn't have exams till the 7th.
Okay.
We had a lot of sports. We had to answer questions like "Kaun banega?" KBC.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. That would be our,
What
worksheets.
is this magical Hogwarts place that I don't know?
I loved my school.
Okay.
Like,
Do you want to name it?
yeah, Vidya Shilp Academy, the best school
Okay.
in Bangalore and in the world, according to me, because we had a lot of extracurriculars. Interestingly, even the way we learned civics, like politics, is they divided us into like political parties, and we had to campaign. So their method of teaching was very different, very non-conventional. And then I went straight to Christ. Rules, regulations, everything. It was really strict. And more than that, it was like a culture shock for me.
Okay.
So I cried 1 month straight. And then my parents are like, you chose this, so why are you crying?
Correct.
It's like, yeah, right. And then I just started having fun after that.
I thought like maybe studying in Christ College in Bangalore, it's like the most
See,
sought out college.
yeah,
So you would have
it's
had
a
a
good college because only if you score well, you can get in. So it's not very easy to get into Christ. So that's why it's a little bit of a prestige, when you get in, marks wise. But when it comes to like college life,
Correct. Nothing.
there is not much if you go to
Okay.
Christ. Yeah. I
And
mean,
we
they're-
have, sorry.
no, but they are like so strict about like dress code and stuff, which I found so weird. You have to wear Indian. That's okay. That's great. I love Indian. But you can't wear leggings. You have to wear salwar. Your salwar has to be of a thick material. So even if you go in like light, nothing. I mean, I'm like, this is like ultra strict. Yeah. So it was a little tough in that aspect. But I made some really good friends.
Okay.
And I studied BBM business.
Okay.
But I was also good in that. But yeah, I made some really good friends also in college.
So how is we are aware about the Hyderabad and the Telugu scene of college going.
Yeah.
How is it in Bangalore?
What is your opinion?
I think it's like pretty cool and
Yeah.
you should tell me.
It is.
It is.
It is. It's pretty cool. It's still Bangalore is basically just imagine this a Sunday, where you're like wearing shorts, sunglasses, you're going for a sundowner, you have a bottle of beer in your hand. I mean, I don't drink, but I mean, it's great. You have a bottle of beer in your hand and you're chilling. That is Bangalore. It's just chill. It's very chilled out.
Correct.
Yeah. Even weather-wise. I mean, not right now. It's really hot in Bangalore, but it's a very chilled out place. Not very fast-paced like Bombay. Even Hyderabad is quite chill that way. But Bangalore has a little bit
little more,
yeah, easy, breezy vibe.
Yeah. Actually, that whole area near Christ isn't it like filled with bars that are like
Yeah.
affordable?
Oh my God.
It is. Last time we had gone to that the street. No, what street is that?
Koramangala side?
Yeah.
It's Koramangala
Something,
side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that Ninchun, Ninchun bar or something it is called, no? Where we went last time. You were saying on that Kurmangla stretch.
Koramangala is full of like really nice, cute, small restaurants.
Yeah.
Really nice idli dosa places because quick breaks. You can go have a nice hot dosa and go back to college. It's like full of all of these places. Really nice places to even chill out because a lot of colleges are there, not just Christ.
Correct.
So it's a nice young area.
Yeah.
Chinglung bar.
Chinglung, oh my God, I think I remember this.
Yeah, Chinglung bar.
Have
It's
you been-
there from long
Have you been to Pico's in Bangalore?
Because
Because I have.
You
I
have?
Yeah.
Pico's is Bangalore. Like
Yeah.
anyone who's from Bangalore will know about Pico's. It's like a classic,
Correct.
old school classic.
Like a legacy.
Yes.
Legacy
It's
bar.
not a fancy place at all.
Yeah.
But anyone who's grown up in Bangalore will have some memories in Pico's.
Yeah. We unfortunately don't have that here.
Yeah, like that kind of,
Yeah.
affordable. Because like when we went to Chinglung bar, we had seen, you remember, like there was this gang of college guys. I think they were done with their convocation around this time only last year. They're done with their convocation and all came in those what's this?
Bags?
No, that what is it?
Robes.
Suits.
Robes.
Oh, robes.
Robes tied
How
and hats were
nice.
like put down, and all the girls were in sari. These people were in the
Yeah,
traditional,
yeah. Oh
and
my
they just
God,
came and they
yeah.
were like chilling. Like, wow, this is so cool.
Right? Good times now, actually. Now life has so much responsibility and all. That time was nice. Nothing to
No,
do.
this is like 2 years ago.
You're that young?
Yeah.
How old are you?
No, I'm saying like we went
there 2 years ago.
Acha, you went there 2 years
We
ago.
saw another group
Yeah.
of college goers. It felt pretty chill.
Yeah, it is.
Hello, it's time for another advertisement. Our sponsor for this podcast is High Rise Developers, one of the fastest growing realty brands of Hyderabad with specific projects in the fast growing west zone of Hyderabad. They provide value for money projects that give you a higher return on investment. They focus on future ready projects with a special emphasis on sustainability. To know more about upcoming and ongoing projects, please visit their website highrisedevelopers.com or scan this QR code to know more. Thank you.
But I think all Hyderabadis like Bangalore and Bangaloreans like Hyderabad.
Correct.
Like grass is green on the other state.
Other side.
Yeah,
There's no grass in Bangalore. Hey, can't find it. Sorry. Let's go. Yeah. That's true though. That's true. We'll edit that out. Don't worry.
No, that's okay. You can keep it.
Yeah, because it's on me. Thank you very much. How gracious as a guest.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and then we also had this question which we were discussing outside. We thought we'll ask you directly. How is that word pronounced? Pageant.
Pageant or
Is it
Pageant.
Pageant.
Pageant. Beauty
Correct.
pageant.
Beauty pageant.
Yeah.
Like it's a French word. So
Is it?
I don't know. It sounds like one of those words that will be pronounced pugna.
This I'm hearing for the first time.
I don't know. It's French. I don't know. But whatever.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah,
Can you just
pageant.
look, like,
Pageant.
look at-
Pagea.
I don't know spelling of.
Even
Now
the
I've
spelling
forgotten
is
spelling of this unnecessary.
Pagent.
Unnecessary, you forgot.
I've forgotten the spelling. I don't know where double N
Page
comes or
and.
double C comes.
Pageant word pronunciation. Yeah. Pageant.
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 Say slow. Does it change? That was stupid. Okay, so you were a pageant. I don't want to say child. That sounds wrong. You were a pageant girl.
Girl, yeah.
Pageant girl. Yeah, and I was very curious about, because I think few days back Priyanka Chopra shared like pictures of her like life as a pageant girl.
Yeah.
And it's like looked very fascinating. So
Yeah.
what is that life like? Like comedians, do you have to go open mic? Do you have to like,
Go
for,
and just like
open
walk
stages.
around and just
I don't
wear
know
a
what's the
crown.
process of becoming a...
I mean, see, for me, it was simple. I wanted to get into the movies.
Okay.
But how the hell do I do that? There's no way. In Bangalore, I don't know a single person
Okay.
in this field. I don't even know like an editor.
Correct.
Like I know no one,
Okay.
you know, and there was absolutely no way of me remotely entering here. The only path that I saw was maybe pageants, because like you said, Priyanka Chopra,
Yeah.
Aishwarya Rai, my favorite. All of these people have come through pageants. So as a normal, and this was like 10, 12 years ago, not now. Now there's social media, Instagram. People know there are casting agents. There are like so many things you can do. But 10, 12 years ago, there was there was just Facebook and Facebook DP. So I used to think that if I click a really nice picture and put it up, some director is going to see my display picture and call me and say,
For a movie.
yeah.
Oh, did that happen?
No, no, not even remotely close to something like that. But that seemed like the only way to kind of get into this kind of a circle. So I started modeling for about 2 months. I didn't really like it though. I really tried liking it, but yeah, I didn't really like modeling. But surprisingly, I went for this thing called Femina
Miss Diva.
Style Diva. So first I went for Femina Style Diva in Bangalore. There's this person called Prasad Bidappa in Bangalore. He's like the person that you go to if you want to model. So I went there and I didn't know how to walk, catwalk, and I knew nothing. And I just randomly won. And even when I was on stage, that was like a blank. So somewhere I just felt like, okay, maybe I can do this. So then I kind of took it seriously and went ahead and trained a little bit and all of that.
And what do you train in as a model?
Um, it's a very overall thing. Walking also.
You have to be a better human being, you're saying.
No.
Oh, for that question, that final question.
That final question, oh my God, yeah. I mean, you have to, I don't know, like, you know, they give you these lists of, like how
topics.
for 10th
Oh, like IAS
boards,
people.
yeah, you have
like
these
previous year's question
question papers. So it's the same thing, like you get these questions and then they're like, you know, prepare. You could get asked anything. But I am the kind of person, I cannot prepare answers. Like, I cannot pre-decide I'm going to say this and say something. I just can't. I'll like go blank or something. So I never did that. But yeah, people do that. Like they prepare like
But
10
what
years.
was your question? I'm curious.
I have no clue. I was blank. I think it was something about red lipstick or something like that. Sounds very vain. I'm sure it was a better question.
Okay.
But I am blank on my answer. Because I don't know what I said. I was so like, I don't know. I was just spaced out because I didn't know what the hell was happening. But I won. For me, that was like unbelievable. And I'm sure it was unbelievable for everybody there. So from there, I got a little bit of confidence that, okay, maybe what I'm thinking is not so wrong. Maybe I have some sort of a shot.
Okay.
You know, so let's try.
And did you get crowned?
Try. I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
And did you do the...
No, I don't remember. I don't think I did
Hey,
that.
maybe
In
it will be
fact,
on the internet if
no,
we can
in
find
fact,
those
no,
pics.
please don't. In fact, I haven't put up those pictures because I don't like that photo.
Oh.
My reaction was very natural, so it was like not nice.
Which is nice. You're like, yeah, I won it. Surprise.
I think I was in shock.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like one of those things because completely unprepared.
Yeah.
But I think more than anything, the reason why I won that because I always ask for signs from the universe.
Okay.
So I maybe that was a sign.
Correct.
In fact, something like this has happened again in Bombay. So when I went to Bombay to try to get into films, I had gone to Siddhivinayak temple once.
Okay.
And this random group of girls, I had done nothing at that point. I had not even done a single ad, like nothing. So no one can know me for anything.
Okay.
This random group of girls came to me and they started asking me for selfies. I was like, do they think I'm somebody else? And then I again just took that as a sign that, okay, you're here, don't give up, you'll make it. So just continue working hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Did I make it too deep?
No.
Like I said.
No, I connect with the
Quite
universe.
shallow.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
believe.
I apologize. Yeah, I apologize.
You
No,
connect
I believe in
Science?
no, I don't know science. I'm not that deep in science, but I believe in the universe.
the universe.
Yeah.
Whatever you manifest,
Manifest, ask
started
for,
to inculcate
request.
some kind of gratitude. You know, I'm doing
Yeah,
these
my
days.
favorite word.
Yeah.
Do you do affirmations and stuff?
Yeah, I just started and I'm seeing some 5-10% changes.
Good. 5-10% changes.
In my
How
lifestyle.
are you measuring that?
Like I'm not getting angry very
That's
easily.
great. That's great.
I'm not. I stopped shouting at my parents now.
That's mean. Why would you shout at them?
Like I used to like. Atla
They should be shouting at you.
could be, but
Look at his expression.
for some reasons, like I always have a guilt trip of like, why I keep shouting at my parents, but that has reduced now.
Yeah.
Because morning lesson, బతుకున్నారా బాబు.
Thank you, God, for
Thank you,
wonderful
God.
parents.
Thank you,
in my
universe.
life. Thank you, universe, for wonderful. About temper, so I used to be a really short-tempered child. Like I've like slapped so many people in school.
Seriously?
This one day, this girl in the dining hall. So my school, the beautiful school that it was, they used to have a dining hall.
Wow.
We would never have to carry tiffins,
Okay.
and we would get like chola bhatura, rasam rice, papad, this that every day, great food. So this
Was
one
it a boarding school or was
no
it
9
was a day scholars?
Yeah, day, but 9 to 4. 9 to 2 was studies and 2 to 4 was sports every day.
Wow.
So heavily into sports. So this one girl, she dropped palak paneer on my hair. I just stood up and I just slapped her.
Do you remember that girl's name?
Yeah.
Hey,
You want to apologize? We will apologize on your behalf.
yes, we will. We can. Please tell the
Hey,
name.
Sorry.
Hey, who's that?
No, I
Hey,
can't say. I
Bangalore.
still know her, so I'm not
Hey,
going to take her
hey, girl
name.
whom you know
Yeah.
was.
No, but I've slapped many.
Oh, many. Oh, shit.
Many,
Then
many.
mama,
Like
did-
this first guy who told me something like, the time where guys start liking girls and girls start liking boys. It was a co-ed school.
Okay.
So first you hate boys and they hate girls.
That's the
It
way.
changes after
Yeah.
a certain grade. So the first time someone told me, I think you're very beautiful. I was eating an apple and I just turned around and threw it on him. Like, how dare you say something like that to me?
Correct.
So, but once I started living alone, my temper, my anger, short temper, everything just went. Because when you're angry, you would possibly say that, oh, I don't want to eat. I'm really angry to your parents. But when you live alone, if you don't want to eat, you don't eat. There's nobody to force you.
Correct.
Nobody to make it okay.
Yeah.
So once that kind of happened, my anger just went. And now I don't get angry. Unless someone tries really hard, I don't get angry.
Okay. Do you want to apologize to the guy who's called you beautiful and you just threw
That I'm,
a bloody apple on his face?
yeah, why would I do that? But I was weird, I think, as a
But
kid.
it might have given him trauma. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, but I was a weird
I think
kid.
it'll be a funny story now.
But I'm
That
sure,
way, you
yeah.
know that.
But I'm sure
Yeah.
like he after that stopped complimenting at least for some 5 years.
Even his girlfriend, he would have not complimented, saying, listen, I don't want to take the risk.
Correct. But just to make him feel a little better, that's not the worst reaction I've heard when somebody called somebody. I know this guy who told this girl, hey, I really like you. She said, stay in your limits.
Stay in your limits.
Limits, औकात में रहे साले. So yeah, you're not. It's not the worst
Yeah, it's
reaction.
not the worst. It's not the worst. I feel better now.
Yeah, correct.
Just
But
like,
yeah, I was a weird kid. I'm sure we all were a little bit, but I was a little more weird.
Than other people?
I feel.
Okay. All right. Because there are many kinds of weird in school.
Like what?
Like, there are the weird who are generally weird, like universally agreed. You know, like there are some kids. I mean, there's no offense. I don't mean
But
to like
that's-
and they
make
know
fun.
to
Kids
themselves
are
that
weird.
they are.
No, also the teacher will not have anything to do. Kya hai pagal? But you should not say pagal. Whatever. I mean, I don't know what words to use, but you know, some people who were weird, and even the teachers would be like, "No, fuck, that's too weird for me."
That's true.
It's 9 a.m. on a
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Let's
you know,
not
I
get
can't.
into this. Yeah.
There is that weird. There is the weird who are good at studies but are weird. Then there are the people who are just bad at studies and weird. So there's different kinds of weird. So
Yeah.
what sort of weird?
I think mine was more like I did this one more thing when I was younger. This is related to film, so it might be interesting. I used to have a lot of DVDs,
Okay.
and so I had a lot of DVDs. At least according to me, that was a lot. So I told everybody in my building, from today, you all are going to come to my house and rent DVDs from me. So I labeled all of them. I bought a bill book. I made my dad's office person print my photo on it in the watermark. You remember watermark used to be?
Yeah. And was it called Nidhhi DVD rental?
That I don't remember. But I had my picture and something. I like had a bill book. I had a pen next to that. I had all these labels and I labeled. And I've told everybody, please rent DVDs, some 10 or 20 rupees a day, something like that.
Entrepreneur.
It's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
But my mom was like, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? She didn't take it well.
Yeah.
So that kind of ended there. But there are many things like this.
But did anyone come and do rent?
No.
They didn't. Oh.
Sad.
Yeah.
First business failed.
Shit,
That
bill book
means the
also.
yeah. Such a nice bill book.
Yeah.
Correct. With the watermark and all that.
At that time, that was like
Yeah, that's
the
cool.
coolest thing ever, right?
I'm just trying to make a wild guess, but I guess it could be because you have a Marwadi background and there is
Possible. Business is
business
in my
there.
blood.
genes.
Blood, yeah.
Yeah. True. Possible. But also, it was that I had a little too many DVDs.
Correct.
And I was so obsessed. So I would watch the same film, like this movie called Bunty or Bubbly. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Dior, that film. Yeah.
I think I was like next level obsessed with that film. And there are many, but this I remember clearly because I was in a better age at that point. I would watch that film every day, 2-3 times for like 1 month straight, 2 months straight. You know, this kind of weird stuff is what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I can see. I can. No,
Yeah,
Bunty,
that's-
it's
that's
not
kind
a
of
great
weird.
movie. I'm just.
Yeah. I mean, you know everything, you know the dialogues, you know the
Yeah.
scenes. You're watching it 2-3 times in one day, every
Correct.
day.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I'm talking about.
I know. So you thought there might be other people in the building who watch Bunty probably 3 times a day.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
no one.
Yeah,
It was just me, I guess.
Yeah. Correct.
I think there was Bunty or Bubbly, there was Baby's Day Out. Certain films I was just very obsessed with.
Correct. Do you know that Baby's Day Out was remade in Telugu? Yeah, it was.
Really?
Hey.
Yeah. And you know
Maybe
who
I should
acted in
watch
it?
that like every day.
Yeah.
No, you should know that. You should at least know this film of all.
Why the tone cases?
No. Hey, I'm not saying in the wrong way, but you should be
Yeah,
knowing.
because at least this film you should know.
I'm saying that because it starred Akhil.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Akhil
Baby's.
was
I
baby.
know that he's
Sisindri.
acted.
Yeah.
This is Sisindri. I know that he's acted as a child, but I didn't know it was Babies. Okay, I'm going to watch that film.
Yeah.
It's in Telugu.
Not 3 times a day. I'll
In
watch it
Telugu,
once.
you can watch it now.
Of course. But
Sisindri.
I'll watch it one time.
Correct. Cool, let's move on. So I was like, were you, because to get into Christ, like you said, you need to be a good student.
Yeah, you need good marks.
So were you that like a good student in school?
I was a good student. Like I always scored very easily, like between 80 to 85.
Okay.
If I worked really hard, between 85 to 90. I don't think I ever crossed 90. But I also never worked really hard.
Correct.
Oh, so you were like a concept student.
No, I wanted to study, but my parents, they were like, not stopping me, but they are like those kind of parents. Beta, don't study on the bus, you'll get headache.
Oh.
No, don't stay up and study. No, don't wake up early and study. It's okay. Whatever you know, you write and come. No problem.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Cool.
it was that. So I never really but also because of that, I wanted to study.
Yeah.
It's, you know how you kind of
Rebel.
rebel.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah.
Oh, then
So I was a
such
good
nice,
student.
so such nice parents.
I do, yeah. Parents wise, I got really lucky.
చదవకు అని చెప్పేటోళ్ళు అయితే నన్ను. ఏ చదవకు,
Yeah.
చదువు.
Yeah, it's like, okay, do what you can, don't worry. But my dad always told me one thing. He said that I don't care about your marks, but I don't want you to be like a bad person, like a bad girl.
Okay.
You know, like I don't want someone to come and say that you spoke to them badly or misbehaved.
Yeah.
That I don't want. Your marks, I don't care.
Correct.
So I had to always like keep a check on that aspect.
Hope
Like
that-
naughty, like fun things are okay, like calling your parents if you did something stupid, but not something bad. Like not mean and not stuff like that.
Okay. No, I was about to say, hope that guy didn't come to home. through
The apple.
through Apple, the
God.
Apple guy.
Yeah. No, I don't think my dad has ever met him.
Correct. So, were you a popular kid in school? And I'm asking this because do you think that the concept of pretty privilege
Yeah.
exists?
Well, I think the concept, okay, your question has multiple possible answers. It's a very layered question. So let me just randomly put my thoughts out there.
Layer by layer.
Layer by layer, like a tiramisu.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, I think I'm hungry. Okay,
Yeah.
let's
We
get
can
back.
order food.
No, that's okay. I'm kidding. Popular kid, I would say yes.
Okay.
Which is why somehow even now my mindset is never like, oh, I'm an actress, because in my head I was always
An actress.
an actress. So it's not like, oh, now I've done this and now I'm good. Before I was not good. In my head I was always good. If people see it, great. If they don't see it, it's okay. In my head, what's there is important.
Correct.
So that's one. Second part is pretty privilege. I think it exists.
Thank you for being honest about it.
Yeah, it exists, but it exists in very superficial things. Like say if you go to a store and you want to buy something, if you're like presented well, people will come and attend you first because they would think that, oh, they'll possibly buy something. So I think superficial things like that, it exists. Maybe getting a table or getting like your drink first, stuff like that. But when it comes to like the really important things, sometimes I feel like the opposite of that exists, because then people have this notion where they think if you look good, they either think you're shallow or they think you're dumb.
Stupid. Yeah, they do.
So this was my layering of the answer.
Good answer.
But it's
Yeah,
true,
it works
right?
both
Like
ways. Yeah.
people just think that you're not that smart and you're just like
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. I have
Just
found,
interesting, yeah.
sorry for it.
You know
I have found that in groups where there is a pretty girl, I feel like she's mansplained more than others. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
come to her and
Yeah, like she's some, oh my god, like dainty child of the
Like a
universe.
blonde. Like I think that's where this thing came from. No,
be.
like,
Could
oh,
be.
you're a blonde. Like if
Yeah.
you're whatever, they'll be like, oh, you're a blonde.
Yeah.
Blonde means you're stupid, basically. So
Yeah.
that's not a compliment.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think in superficial things it helps, but when it actually comes to the meaningful things or what
Yeah.
you want, I don't think it really helps.
Yeah, and in fact, it could be a tax, like a pretty privilege, but also pretty tax that
Tax,
you're paying.
yeah.
Like it could be a.
In certain things, yes, because you get labeled and people have. It's like if you wear glasses, you're intelligent. If you're this, you're that. You know, it's always like that. Perception, but perception is reality. But it's not real, but it is reality.
Correct.
Then I'm interested to know how you made your friendships or your acquaintance or relationships. How did you pass through this layer? Because you're just saying, no, people
Yeah.
would come to you are the center of attraction everywhere.
Kind of.
So how did you find your good go-to friends and
So, for me, making friends is not that easy. I take quite a lot of time to make friends. I think maybe because I expect too much. I don't know.
From a friend?
I don't know. It's just a vibe.
Okay.
You know, like I'm too into energy and how I feel around someone. I don't want to feel drained. You know, I don't want to constantly be involved in drama. So if there is like a group of friends where there's drama, I will run away from that because there's
Hellos.
enough drama in life. And if somebody's going to add to it, thank you. You know, let's focus on our work. There's enough that we need to think about there.
Correct.
So making friends for me, it's a little difficult, but I feel like once people talk to me, that's what, like when people see me, I feel like they have a certain notion about me. But once they meet me, it really changes. And then people are like, oh my God, you're actually so sweet. And I'm like, why did you think I was not? You know?
Correct.
So yeah, I think once I meet people, it changes in their mind for me. My mind, it doesn't change for them, but in their mind, their image of me changes. I think.
You think?
I hope.
Hello, I'm really sorry for the interruption, but it's time for an advertisement. Our sponsor for this podcast are Mana Diamonds, a Hyderabad-grown diamond brand that provides diamonds, gold, and kundan jewelry, where you can find IGI-certified jewelry for bridal collections or weddings, or if you just want to buy jewelry. If you had a fight with your spouse and you want to appease them, here is a hint. Here is hint number 1, and here is hint number 2. Gurtupettukondi, idi మా డైమండ్స్ వాళ్ళ డైమండ్స్ కాదు, ఇది మన డైమండ్స్. సో ప్లీజ్ స్కాన్ దిస్ QR code to visit their page or go to their exclusive store at road number 10, Banjara Hills. Thank you. Can we ask you something that I don't know if it might be triggering or no, but feel
I don't
free
get
to
triggered.
not answer.
Okay, great.
Because we are trained journalists. We are okay with the question being rejected by the guest. If it's not
We'll take it as a remark.
Yeah.
No, take it as a great thing. Like, oh, I stood out in this. They didn't ask. This question will not be answered.
Yeah. No, but there was a point where I think you had found out in your research where you had spoken about against bullying, online bullying, cyberbullying, right?
Yeah.
And that you wanted to raise your voice against it.
Yeah.
Right. So, would you want to use this platform to raise your voice against it? Or what?
I mean, see, again, layers. I understand that where there is, in this whole world, there is good and bad. You cannot have only good. I'm not naive and stupid to believe that, oh, only say good things to me. Why will you only say good things to me?
Correct.
If you can say good things to me, some people can say bad things to me also. So I feel like saying good or bad, that's different. But using certain words, targeting a certain person, see, my mindset is quite strong. So honestly, things don't really affect me most times. But not everyone is, you know, like that. Certain people do take things seriously. They do go into like a loop or a black hole. So not everyone can take it. So I understand that they probably have other things in their life that they kind of just removing it here, but making themselves feel better. But I would say find another outlet and don't target people. Have your opinion. Even if your opinion is not great, that's okay. Voice it out. But there's a way to say things. Like you can say, I don't like this, but you can't like be in your limits, like you said, right? Like have your opinion, but be in your limits. Yeah.
Correct.
No one's saying say only good things. That would be stupid. But say it properly.
No, because like many people ఇప్పుడు ఇట్ సైడ్ నుంచి చూసుకుంటే కామెంట్ చేసేటప్పుడు వేసేస్తారు జస్ట్ ఒక 5 minutes వర్క్ అండ్ they'll go off to next work.
Exactly.
But you don't know how much toll it will take on the other side.
100%. Certain people take it very seriously, and also if I'm in some different mood, I will get affected by it. So people should know that their opinions have an impact on people reading them, whoever it may be, and not everyone has the mental capacity to handle it. If people are more dependent on other people's validation, it will hurt them.
Also, now for actors, especially people in the entertainment business, there is a need to kind of be out there all the time. Right? How is that? Is it taxing? Is it like...
See, for me, I'm a very moody person.
Okay.
If I'm posting, I'll post continuously.
Correct.
For like days. And if I'm not posting, I will not post for months. So it depends on my mood. For me, it is a little bit difficult, honestly.
Okay.
Because even in general, I'm not a very expressive person, recording everything, going on a holiday, taking pictures. I've been on beautiful holidays and not taking a single picture.
Correct.
You know, I've met like some really amazing people and not taken any picture. And later I'm like, why didn't I do anything about it? But yeah, for a person like me, it's a little difficult to keep up with the being active, being trending, being sensational, and being like in the news all the time. Every day your picture should come on Twitter, Instagram. Not possible. For me. But I think some people enjoy it.
Yeah.
It comes naturally to them. Naturally, it doesn't come to me. I really need to be forced.
Okay.
You know, like, dude, you haven't posted in like 2 weeks. You know, you gotta post something, or you gotta post something other than ads. You need to do photo shoots, or you need to take BTS. You need to do that. BTS, I'm like, no, don't record now. No, don't record now. And then I don't end up recording anything.
Okay.
You know? So, yeah, I'm not great with this. But I'm learning, I'm trying. The last 2 weeks, I think I've been trying to be active.
So in this present times, no, PR and all, PR full, PR team unchukodam kuda, it's like a big thing and
Yes, it
very
is.
active thing. And
It
all.
is, yeah.
What are your thoughts about that?
I think, see, first of all, if you have like a super hit film, then you don't really need that much PR because the film has done well. Like, say a super hit film like Pushpa or Annabelle, or all of these films.
Yeah.
Instantly, like everyone's talking about it, right? So you don't need to kind of let people know that, oh, this is coming out, this has come, go see my work. But certain films you do need PR. But I feel like it's great to have PR when you have your films coming out. But on an everyday basis, for your personality to have a PR, I don't really understand that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Nidhhi Agerwal, she's off, but she's doing this. She's free, but she's doing that. This is what she feels about this, that. Why should everybody know everything, what I feel, what I think?
Correct.
You know? Like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my thoughts.
Because it's tricky also, because now as a celebrity, you are required to have a personality.
Yeah.
Like quirky or, I don't
Oh
know,
my God,
relatable.
I have a story about this.
Please.
So about PR and this, great. So when I was supposed to hire my PR agency, this was like 5-6 years ago, not in Telugu. The first meeting, that person actually asked me, so how should I position you? Are you a sporty chick? Or are you quirky? Or are you like hot? Or are you cute? Like, what do you want your positioning to be? And I was just like, I don't know. I mean, I'm different on different days. When I go to the gym, I'm sporty, I'm dressed in athleisure. When I'm here, I'm dressed like this, that. I don't know. I'm all of this and none of this. You can't put one person in one box, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, this is how I guess they plan of what personality to give people. But also, this is on the audience.
Oh, it's for the audience to receive.
No, but this is the audience's mistake. I'm not blaming you guys, but I'm just saying that when people hear one person's name, they need one word to associate with them.
Yeah.
So it's like the PR agency is just being that person who delivers that one word to them.
Yeah.
But why don't people understand that no one can be described in one word?
Yeah.
It's a person.
Yeah.
A person reacts differently in different situations at different points of time, at different moments. Like, you can't put that into one word. How can you do that?
Yeah.
Correct.
You know, like, can anyone who's like watching this, can they be described in one word?
No.
So
Difficult,
yeah, it's like a PR strategy.
Yeah.
But I mean, they do it because people understand it like that faster, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's like a
Loop.
loop.
We are like everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yeah. And everyone is like everything and nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can't. Okay, if I had to ask you to describe yourself in one word, I won't even give you 5. One.
One word.
Yeah, one word.
That's tough.
See, if you
One
if
word.
you say
Calm.
are you always
But if you ask my mom and dad, then hey.
that's the
They'll
thing.
be like, "Kaam pe shadi."
But you can't always be calm. So that's the
Yeah,
thing. You
yeah.
can't
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
Correct. That's true. That's true.
Correct. That's
And also, I think we are moving
Bubbly.
to bubbly. That's something actors.
How can someone always be
Dude,
bubbly?
Preeti Zinta was called bubbly for 20 years.
20 years.
But I'm
oh, she's
sure
bubbly. Yeah,
she
that's
can't
so
always
strange.
be
Yeah.
bubbly, na?
Because
Sometimes.
she was the only person in India who stood up against the Dawood gang. Now,
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
bubbly. That's
True,
fucking
actually.
brave and
Yeah,
bold.
exactly.
Yeah.
Courageous, confident.
Yeah. Also, she's an entrepreneur
Exactly.
who ran her own company for so long.
Owns IPL
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, she's bubbly. She's
Bubbly. Done.
yeah, correct.
What are you? Cute. Finished.
Yeah. And like, I think now we are moving to a post-PR world because people are slowly
we?
realizing, yeah, they're real. At least in the urban spaces, Now, when you see a news, if you actually put some mind to
You
it,
know it's paid.
you know,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
you know it's PR.
But I agree with you. But you will not believe the amount of people, the amount of work people get
From that, yes.
from that. Like people know it's paid, but they still fall into the trap and they kind of,
Yeah.
entertain that. And
Yeah,
human mind is complex.
it is. It is.
No, whatever is pleasing to your mind, you want to hear that kind of news, and they deliver it. So you obviously click and you go for it, I guess.
No, I'm saying that, like, for example, if you know something is paid, even in your mind, it registers that, okay, this is nice, this is good. Because I think everyone wants to be a part of what everyone else is feeling. FOMO.
Yeah, that's there.
Cool. We'll now just move on to
I think this is too deep or now all this. You want to talk about other stuff?
Cool, that's cool. No.
Yeah.
No, I'll just add one thing to the last argument
Yeah.
that even sometimes when we get guests, right? And I mean, I'm not judging the guests in any way because you come in obviously with some sort of an idea, perception, and all.
Yeah.
But after like say 40 minutes, 1 hour, you can't hold that persona too long because it's like a 3-hour podcast.
Yeah.
You know, you
Of
can't
course.
fake anything
That's
after
true.
a point.
That's true.
So like that, I think even at a news level, people are slowly now being aware that, hey, come on, it is, it's just.
But that's true. I feel it runs its course of time, and then people are like, okay, done with that topic.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So after you win your event, your pageant,
Pageant.
Event. He's made it of an event.
as in the
A live
competition.
event.
Live
I'm just
event.
kidding.
Live
Yes,
event.
Yeah, live event.
But isn't it an event?
For other people, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for her it was an important, exciting incident in the story.
It's a competition.
It's a competition, pageant. After that, you get into acting, and
I mean, no, not really. There was a lot that happened in between, but yeah, let's.
oh yeah, no, let's talk about that because I don't think people talk about it.
There's a lot. I mean, I won and all of that. That's done. Then I moved to Bombay to try for films.
Wow.
And I had to obviously take permission at home that I want to move. And they said, you have a year.
Okay.
If you make it, great. If you don't make it, better. So I was like, okay.
Oh.
And obviously, they financially supported me within that 1 year. Otherwise, it would be, I don't think it would be possible for me to, because then what job will I do to earn, right? So they were
Where
very
did you stay?
sweet.
Did you stay in Juhu? Did you banter?
I stayed in Juhu, in Oakwood. Yeah. So
Okay.
I was, taken care of by my parents financially. But I had a year to like figure, is this what I want to do? And if I want to do it, I need to get something within that 1 year.
Okay.
So I had a lot of meetings. I did a lot of photo shoots. I auditioned a lot. I didn't get any ad, whatever I auditioned for. But my first film that I auditioned for, I got it.
Oh, Sabyasachi.
No, Hindi.
Hindi. Oh, Munna Michael.
Michael.
Oh.
And a big reason for that is the dancing. Because the role was of the girl who's a dancer, and Tiger is a phenomenal dancer, as everyone knows. So we had a lot of dance auditions. It was a really long process. But yeah, I think luck had it my way.
So the first film you auditioned for, you got it.
Yeah, and there was one more film also that I auditioned for, but I got that, but I didn't do it because I wanted this to be my first film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got lucky in certain places, and I didn't get lucky in other places.
Correct.
Yeah.
So when you signed Munna Michael, we read on Wikipedia that you had signed a no dating clause.
God, yeah. This news really got like so much attention.
Was it a news? I just read it
Yeah,
on.
no, even when we were promoting the film. Yeah. No, it's true, I did.
What kind of clauses such called clauses?
And how do you
He's
keep
like,
check?
what kind
That
of
too
clauses? How can you guarantee something like this? His expression is like phenomenal right now.
No, because you came out from Christ College where you already were like with thick salwar and all those.
Yeah. Thick salwar. Yeah. No, but right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what like those kind of things work? I mean, you have to sign because it's a life, man.
I mean,
True.
so I mean, for me, it was just like, okay, I'm getting a movie,
Correct.
which is unbelievable. It's a big film also, something that I didn't think I would get such a big film in the first go itself, but I got really lucky. For me, the money, the clauses, none of it mattered. I was like, I don't even care if I'm going to get money or get paid or whatever. You are saying yes, I'm doing it. That's it. So yeah, I think it was a part of one of the things in the contract.
Okay.
But who reads the contract?
Oh, yeah.
Only a manager reads the contract.
Correct. No, but did it actually say that
I
for
think
this
it did.
period
It did. I
you will
think it
not
did.
be in a relationship?
Yeah, I think
Like
it did.
relationship with the
No, it had
hero?
relationship with the hero because I
Oh,
think
not in life. Like,
no, not in life.
Oh, that's
Then
okay.
that-
So only
that's
one
cool.
guy was off limits.
That's
Other
cool.
people were all okay.
Yeah, that's. I thought like, how can they
Oh,
control
you will
your-
not
Why
have a
is-
relationship with the hero you're
Yeah.
Sort of.
That is your production. Yeah,
It's not. This is weirder. I could understand that clause.
He's not understanding this. You're not.
I'm not understanding that. So you will not have a relationship with the hero you're acting,
the hero.
which is Tiger Shroff.
Yeah. I think because their thought process would have probably been they don't want people to be distracted or whatever. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Okay. Wow.
But for
Vritte
me,
Daiva Mama.
for me, it didn't matter. I'm like, okay, I'm getting like the
Correct.
dream of my life is coming true. Yes.
All right.
Pane rakshati rakshitaha.
Yeah, correct. So it was basically that you will not become Tigerish Shroff.
Tigress Shroff. Yeah.
That must be the worst joke I've ever cracked. I apologize.
Fun, Mama.
Yeah. No, but this, I don't know, this is stranger. I thought when he told me this, I thought the clause was...
Anybody.
Yeah, with anybody in the world, which I thought is weird by
No, I
itself.
thought, huh.
But why would you not be... I don't know. Anyway, cool, but that's a strange
Right.
contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Maybe Christ prepared you in a way.
Christ prepared me.
Yeah,
Prepared
see,
me for a
universe
lot of
again.
stuff.
Universe, yeah.
Yeah. Universe has got all of this together.
But ఆ క్లాస్ ముందు సల్వార్ కమీజ్ ఎంత
He's still stuck there. He's still stuck on fixed. But it's true, yeah. These teachers would come and check. Why are we going back to Christ? Let's move
Let's
ahead.
move forward in
Yeah.
life.
in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious, was there like a GSM like how do you measure thickness? Because
No, they would
We'll have
see. Like
the translucent
yeah, they've
Wow.
called my mom so many times because I'm wearing something wrong. I'm doing this. I'm doing. My mom at one point was like, again,
Correct.
why? And then she started giving it to the teacher. She's like, what has she done now? I think it's fine. I don't see a problem with this. So yeah, they were strict, but maybe I needed that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some kind of discipline.
Correct. And sorry, just going back. So you spent the 1 year, and did you get the information in the 1 year, the news that you are getting the film?
No, I was in the process of auditioning for that film. So I told them that this serious conversation is going on.
Okay.
So I think something might happen. So give me like a little bit more time. And they were like, okay, fine. If this happens, great. If it doesn't, better again.
Okay.
So
Okay.
luckily it happened. And yeah, after that,
Then rest is history.
rest is history.
Then after that, you did in all languages again.
Yeah, so I started with Hindi. Before
Tamil?
my Hindi film released, I had signed Sabyasachi. So I signed that, Mr. Majnu. Telugu. And then I did Tamil, I think after the first lockdown. I did 3 Tamil films. It was all pretty much together. And then now again, Telugu.
And we came across this thing that you said. How you shot for continuous some 17 hours?
Yeah. Oh no, the double shift.
Double shift.
Yeah, more than 17, I think. Yeah, so I mean, no one offered me a private jet or even like a nicer car. I was traveling in the Innova, but anyway. Morning shoot would be Vijayawada, 7 to 12 for Hari Hara Veera Mallu. Take like it was a 1 o'clock flight, but every day it got delayed to 3 o'clock.
Wow.
So eventually we took that person's number from the airport and we're like, delayed now, okay, done. Then we can make it. So 3 o'clock flight to Hyderabad and then shoot for Raja Saab till 10. Makeup would pretty much be the same. Change the hair, get into the outfit. Finish that shooting. Night from 11 o'clock to around 4 o'clock, be in the car. Back to Vijayawada. Sleep would be in the car. So I did that for about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Struggle.
Yeah, but I mean,
Nice
I
kind
think
of-
I was on adrenaline. I didn't really feel it.
Okay.
After that, I really felt it. After that whole adrenaline rush kind of came down, then I really felt it. But yeah, it was nice. But it was also really tough for my team.
Okay.
Like, because I was in that whole adrenaline thing, but they were like sleep deprived and they were like, madam,
Yeah.
can I call somebody else to do this? And I'm like, okay, rest.
So they say like it takes a village, right? So what is like your team? Like how many people
So
function to keep Nidhhi Agerwal going
the
on
village
double
running.
shift?
So basically, for any actor, the structure is you are the actor. You have one, in some cases 2, 3, but you have one boy and by boy I mean like assistant who physically helps you with things to carry this, give you water, all of that stuff, hold the umbrella. Then you have your manager,
Correct.
who could be on set, could not be on set, depends on the actor, what they like.
Correct.
If certain people like their manager to be there, I don't. Because I feel like when I'm on set, I don't want these layers. Why am I obsessed with that word? Anyway,
Layers, yeah.
I don't want these layers on set because it's really distracting.
Yeah.
And you talk about other things, so I don't like that. I just want my assistant on set and I'm good. Then you have makeup, hair. Basic is this, but you know, people can have many more. People can have cooks and they can have 2 hair people and 2 makeup people, and the list can go on depending on how big you are.
I'm curious to know how, like, a model. I can call you a model from Bangalore.
Kind of.
Like you
2
went,
months.
but your what is this? Agenda was to land on films.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Like
was
from
a stepping
childhood?
stone from childhood.
Like, what do you want to be in life? Actor?
Yeah.
That was your thing? Wow.
Slam
that's
book lo.
cool.
Mummy mujhe heroine banna. You know, that typical.
Yeah.
I think I was that kid. Like I have signed trees and all of that, thinking I'll be famous one day in my life. I would like look at actresses and be like, oh my god, how are they so like? How are they like this? And Deepika Padukone, her sister was in my school.
Okay.
So she used to sit next to me on the bus. And one day, obviously, I knew that this Bangalore girl is going to come with Shah Rukh Khan and everything. And one day she picked her up from the bus stop, and I'm like, oh my God, she's a person. I know her sister. So I'm like, okay, actors are human. So I can be an actress because I'm human. So I was like that kind of a person who thought actors were not human. But when I saw actors are human, then I'm like, oh, I have a chance.
Correct.
Yeah.
So sorry, I interrupted you.
No, my question is like, so you got Munna, Michael there, then Savya Sachi.
Yeah.
And you did all, like, with all good leads in each industry.
Yeah.
So how do you land like those kind of projects? Is it that you need to have a good manager or just like audition luck?
It's all of the above. I mean, you need a good manager for sure. I've had changing managers.
Okay.
So I haven't had like one manager from the beginning with me. I wish I had that story, but I don't. You need to be lucky. Obviously, you need to be talented, you need to be hardworking, but a lot of people are. And since I've auditioned so much in Bombay and I've come, I don't have this misconception that, oh, I'm the best and, you know, I'm so talented, that's why I'm here. I'm so XYZ, that's why I'm here. No, there are people who are more talented than me. There are people who can possibly do my job better than me. But there's something that has brought me here. Because there are like really talented people out there, you know, who can like act, you know, so well, like so well. But they don't make it. So it is luck. A big part of it is luck. And yeah, talent, hard work, behavior, discipline, luck, push, everything.
Universe.
He summed it up.
Yeah.
Universe.
That is
I think there's a lot of that also. Like, you know, when you don't have big people and big hands to like kind of push you, you have to like ask the universe to back you. I guess that's my story.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you worked for at least like, I think 4 to 5 years before lockdown continuously.
Yeah. I think I've been working for the last 6 years. 6 years. So I think 3 years or 2 years before the lockdown. Yeah.
Lockdown. And then post lockdown, there was a small break
Yes,
for you.
yes.
Okay, which you mentioned
Yeah.
that because you had signed Hari Hara,
Contract.
so you couldn't sign up other projects.
Yeah.
So what was going through your mind that time? Arey,
For
so
me,
many projects I could have signed up.
see, for me, honestly, at that point, when I was signing the contract, I was just really excited because I was getting to be part of such a big film, but also such a nice film. Like, I know people think Hari Hara Veera Mallu is this really big period epic drama and it's going to be of a certain type. But I feel that movie will surprise people, you know, on many levels. And I like that the hype is this. So people have scope to be surprised in the theater. So I don't want to build it up too much. But so I was really excited to be a part of that. So I had no issues in signing that. But then life had its own plan. Everything took really long. Lockdown came.
Correct.
That's the biggest thing I think that kind of shut everything and everyone off. then yeah, sir had to go for his political campaign. So again, like we got this gap. But in that time, if it's just me, it would not have been difficult. But there's so many voices around you, saying that there's so many people who are coming into the industry, and your people are going to forget about you, and what are you going to do after this? You have not signed anything. This is not safe. Like there are 1,000 things that people say. So sometimes I would, get into that space of, okay, am I like on the wrong path? Am I thinking of some dream scenario and like living in my head and not being realistic? Um, but yeah, so I went through a lot of ups and downs in that period. But I think it's okay. It's okay.
Part of the
Part of the
game.
thing anyway, I can't change anything. I can't go back in time. Might as well look at the silver lining.
Okay.
I can't change it.
Correct.
I want to go one step at a time.
Cool.
Because also I will grow. Me in my first film to what I am doing today on set is so different. It's like a whole other person.
Okay.
I didn't know anything in my first film.
Do you sometimes
You
go back
know-
and watch it? And
No. I didn't know anything in my first film. The only thing was that, okay, she's a confident girl. So I just kind of managed, I winged it.
Okay.
But I didn't really know what I was doing. But with time, and this comes only with time. So if I'm in that rush of doing everything, where is the time for me to grow as an artist? I need to live life, to experience, to put those experiences into my art. It actually sounds very cliche, but it is important. Because now the kind of experiences that I have, I mean, I couldn't even imagine of these emotions and this kind of a bank 4 years ago. I didn't have much at that point of time. But there's so much now for me to kind of think of, explore. So I got a lot of time to grow as an artist. And I can say that today I feel like I'm good. Like, I'm not saying that I'm the best and I've acted so well. Maybe I haven't. But I have improved a lot.
okay.
So I'm happy I kind of got that time with the ups and downs, because that's my bank. So I've grown as a person. So if you grow as a person, you grow as an artist, obviously.
Yes.
So generally, when it comes to people who choose out careers in cinema, because the numbers, the probability is so less of
Yeah.
making it.
Yeah.
Most people are asked about their struggles and all of that.
Yeah.
But I want to just ask something else. Like, what are the joys? What is
Wow,
the?
what a lovely question.
Thank you. What are the
What a lovely
joys of being an
question.
actress? There must be something nice, like perks.
There are
And
so many nice things.
please tell us.
I don't want to talk about struggles because, but I never talk about my struggles.
Yeah.
I'm that person who have had the worst day. I'll say everything is good.
Okay.
Because I feel like your pain is your pain. I don't want to share my pain with people.
Yeah.
But something nice, I'm happy to. So the joys, there are so many joys. First of all, the love. Like the love that you get from people. There are so many people who, like, when they look at you, they're just like, and that's like, oh my God, like, I'm making someone so happy. Not just me, but I'm sure all artists feel this. But I'm talking about my experience. You feel like you're making someone so happy. You're bringing happiness into someone. You're bringing, like, excitement. They're excited to see you. So the love, I think the respect, you do get treated a little bit more special
Yeah.
than other, like, people who are not maybe famous as actors or cricketers or whatever, because they recognize your face.
Correct.
So you do get that little special extra treatment where even if you're in the normal thing, they'll be like, no, you come here. I'll take you. I'll take care. I'll do this for you. So people do a lot of extra stuff for you.
Correct.
I mean, I've had so many random people like help me out. Like, I remember once I was on a flight and I needed something to kind of drink, like some water, and they weren't giving the water or something. So this person next to me was like, would you like to have this?
Okay.
I'm sure people do that normally, but when they kind of know you, they're so happy to just
Yeah.
do something nice for you. There's the creative part of it. You get to go on set every day, you get to meet so many people, you get to talk to so many creative people, your opinion is heard. Like when you're acting, like when you're an actor and when you're on set or off set and you're talking about a film, what you liked, what you disliked, like people listen to your opinion because you are a part of that profession.
Correct.
So I think your opinion also has some kind of value.
Yeah.
There's that. There's of course the money. Money is important.
Yeah.
I'm not saying be greedy, but I mean, you have to earn. So you do get paid well for the kind of work that you do. And yeah, there's just so much. There's so much. But creatively, like people seeing you on screen and people there doing your hair and makeup and they're measuring you up and you're just sitting and everything is being done on you. You know? So all of these things are really nice. Also, like you can do a lot of things. Like I want to do so many things for dogs. I have this really special, I feel purpose of doing something for dogs. I do a lot of things, which I do. But you get a better platform to do even nice things if you want to.
Correct.
So, yeah, I think you have a lot of scope to be like a nice person,
Yeah.
a gracious, magnanimous personality if you choose to utilize it the right way. You have like a pedestal to make you all of that. Which not having this kind of fame, it is a little difficult to be that personality. You know, so yeah.
That's nice. That's kind of cool though that you wanted to be somebody and you achieved that in life.
Thank you.
It's very rare for people to
Thank you.
do that.
Thank you so much.
And you come across as a very calm person as well. I'm
I thought
saying.
you're calm
I'm calm. That's why I said as well.
as well.
Yeah. Like what
Has anyone told you that you should maybe try acting?
I am trying. Please, if you have any offers,
No,
do
because
let
your
me know.
expressions are different.
Oh,
Yeah, your expressions are
now
not like
I'll
cliched.
make more.
More expressions to make.
I'll become cautious and make more.
No,
No, but I am also an aspiring actor.
Yeah,
Yeah. Chinnapun struggling. Then.
you like what do you like about it? You like watching movies, or you like the creative or the
No, just
writing bit?
the whole thing about films, telling a story, being someone else for some part of time. It's like unacing it and people telling you, hey mama, you did something.
Killed
nice."
it, huh?
It's like
చంపేశారు.
whatever they say, no? Because normal person, what I am is like, okay, we have friends and all.
Yeah.
But suddenly out of blue, someone else telling you, you've done some great job, man. I laughed this, that, and all. That gives some lopala satisfaction.
లోపల
Just that ఇప్పుడు పైసలు రావట్లేదు
బయటకి
ఇంకా.
also it gives satisfaction.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, but I hope you make it.
Yeah.
I really hope you make it.
We'll meet on the other side.
We'll meet
set.
on the other side. Imagine one day actually we meet on set and then we're like, oh my god, you remember that episode that we did?
Yeah, we
You also
manifested
have
it.
you also
No,
have these
I
kind
don't
of
have.
don't-
I-
director?
No.
Writer?
Not really. Writer, I wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not as much.
He's a comic.
Yeah. But that was never the dream. The dream was to be a writer.
Dream was to be a writer. Well,
Yeah.
we need more of you.
Yeah, but not film writers.
Then
Film writers don't get paid shit.
Yeah, I know.
You know? Like, I went to a movie and you know what they offered me? They didn't even discuss money.
I know.
They said you can eat chicken lunch. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? I can eat chicken lunch normally.
is that even real chicken? First of all,
Who knows? Maybe it's
Pitta
who
paneer.
knows?
Yeah.
No, who knows?
So that, I mean, so not a film writer for
Not a
sure.
film writer.
But yeah, that was the. I mean, I don't know, right? When you're a child, you have different aims. Initially, it was train engine driver.
Oh, how sweet!
Again, I think I have an affinity for low-paying jobs.
That's not nice.
That's my niche. Yeah, so it was train engine driver, and then for a brief while cricketer, like most Indian boys.
But
Yeah.
acting and cricket. These two
Yeah,
things is like
yeah.
90% of the people.
Correct, and then maybe writer.
Which cricketer is your favorite cricketer?
My favorite back then was Mohammad Azharuddin. Like when like long ago. But now you know what? Actually, something really strange has happened. So we used to do live telecast of matches here in permit room.
Oh,
We used to do live commentary
really?
For
Yeah.
IPL, we do.
for every
Oh,
IPL.
nice.
Do you
we
watch,
it. Do you watch
do you
cricket? Do you?
I do, of course.
Okay.
Hey, please, then you're invited for one of
I
them.
would love to come.
Yeah. So what
At
we
least
do is
we'll
we
do.
are just like. So there is the commentary which Sunil Gavaskar, Ravi Shastri are doing. We are
yeah.
doing the permit room live version, just like
The
our
fun,
own-
the more fun
Yeah,
one.
the banter one.
Yeah.
So before this 2023 World Cup, the T20 World Cup that India won,
Yeah.
we did this episode where like call experts, like it's not like we have played a single game of professional cricket, but we did this whole analysis like, hey, you know, what is this team?
Listen,
and all.
this is like all critics.
Yeah. Which
gonna
I
say
also
crickets.
was, but
Critics.
yeah, all critics. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've not acted nothing, directed nothing, but see, like my mom says, we are audience.
Correct.
We have the right to have an opinion.
Correct.
Any judgment fails. There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I judged all these great men.
Yeah.
Virat Kohli.
You judged all of them. Great.
Rohit Sharma. I'm like, ये क्या है? Team ऐसा है, pitch ऐसा है,
ये
bounce
क्या है?
ऐसा
Batting
है.
कैसे करा? अच्छे से करो. Yeah.
And then they were going to lose the finals and they win it, right? With the whole twist in the tail. That day I swore that, dude, I'm done. I retire as the cricket critic. You know?
This is a tongue twister. Say it. Cricket critic.
I already have a twisting tongue. Cricket critic.
Cricket critic.
So I stopped. So now I'm enjoying the sport just for what it is. I just love everybody. And now everybody, if you've made it, dude, the chances of you in a 1.5 billion, what's the population now? 1.8? 1.3?
He's checking right now.
Yeah.
At this
Computer engineer.
moment.
Like,
We're accurate.
At this moment.
1.43.
right? If these many billion people may say 11 people have made it, that is already, you have made it already,
But
man.
that's
Doesn't matter.
true. I agree.
You know,
I
it
agree.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So now I love all cricketers.
All of them.
Dude,
After judging
everybody.
all of them, you
After
love
judging all of them, now I
Nice.
love everybody, dude. Like Pakistan lost the match, I felt so bad for them, right? Like
Yeah.
they're hosting a series,
Yeah.
but they are not playing. They didn't
They're not their
qualify.
best. They're not their best form
And, you
also,
know,
Papa.
and all Indian fans are like shitting on them now. They are like, oh, maza aaya, maza aaya. But I'm like, come on, man. You know, I don't judge sports persons now. Now I'm
Now.
just now I don't. Film people I do judge a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's okay. It's
Little
okay.
bit, but I'm sure I'll get rid of that also.
Yeah.
I don't want to be.
You already quit reviewing, no?
I want to quit just judging, dude. Because it's like, see, both these fields, sport and art, come with like immense sacrifice.
Yeah.
These are people who have just given up their everyday lives to pursue something. Why am I, you know, doing that much, Ani? I hope to become that person who doesn't judge. At least these two fields. Politicians, I'll fucking judge. Because that's your
You
job,
might, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're
right?
voting
In a
for them.
democracy,
That's a vote in the
you
end.
have
You're
to
voting for
judge.
them. Yeah.
But arts and sports people, I don't want to judge. You know, it's okay.
But see, like RGV, have you seen this? I don't know if it was an interview or a comment. He has said somewhere that how can you have an award show where you're judging like best actor, best actress, whatever, when they're all playing different roles in different films shot by different people? Is that a good, like, how can you do that?
Yeah.
It depends so much on the film, it depends on the director, it depends on the story, music, edit, DOP. There are like
Correct.
1,000 people, you know, in between. So how can you really then judge?
True.
Right?
That's true. But I have one more side opinion that, you know, for a lot of these art, because when we look at actors, I mean, film people, we only think of the actors
That's true.
who are top of the pyramid, 1%.
Yeah.
There is this whole, like I said, like a village, right? Of technicians, for example.
Most important people.
Yeah.
That's what makes a film.
Yeah. So I think an award show, for them, it means the world.
Yeah.
Like it does. Because like sometimes I go to watch plays, right? Now, for me, it is very difficult to even wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
Like you are doing theater for the love of it. There's no money.
Yeah.
Right? And in theater, like you distribute the money equally. Kind of blew my mind when actually Jansi
I didn't know
told us.
that. That's crazy.
So you could be the lead.
and you
right?
get paid as much as
As
everybody
the
else.
money is shared, the ticket money. That is like, it's almost a noble deed, you know,
Yeah,
for
it
the
is.
art form.
Kind of.
Yeah. So now when I watch a play, after I heard this, actually thanks to Jansi, did Jansi tell us
Yeah,
this?
Jansi told.
It kind of blew my mind. So after that, I've gone to 2 plays. Dude, after that, I went and told whichever actor I liked that, hey, I liked your work. Dude, you should see their faces, man.
Yeah.
It is like, wow. So first time I went and told everybody that I loved it. But I felt like that is now condescending.
Yeah.
That is like showing pity or sympathy, which I didn't. Now, whoever I like, even if it was smaller, I'm like, dude, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved what you did. Like, you know, a little more specific praise. And they loved it. So, yeah, so I'm trying not to judge artists anymore.
Yeah.
That's the summary.
So
of it.
basically, by the time you become an actor, he's not gonna.
I'm not going to review.
your
It's
film.
already done. Like my pages and pages have been written.
He has already been judged. Yeah, he's judged
Already
for
been
a whole lifetime already. Yeah.
And that actually, if you take it in a positive way, that's how I grew also. As an
Really?
actor. Yeah. We grew.
But yeah,
through
I
our-
mean, see, you need people to kind of tell you where you need to get better.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's done again, said in the right way, it's great.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
judgment is great if it's said properly.
But I used to say nasty
But if
shit.
someone's like, "Oh, you suck," Then
Yeah,
that's, I
I
mean,
used
you're
to-
just like, okay, but at what? Like, can you be specific?
Yeah.
You know?
No, so I remember. So I used to just shoot gags in my reviews, and Santhosh and Hari Babu, there's a friend
Yeah.
of mine, used to act, and I used to get like so frustrated. So I told one day Hari Babu, it seems like I'm working with Nasiruddin Shah and Arjun Rampal at the same time. So Hari Babu, he took offense. He's like, Hriday, okay, nanu Arjun Rampal pilcho, Santhosh Nasiruddin Shah.
Oh, God.
So I was not the nicest person. I apologize, Santhosh, on the public platform for saying all that shit. But also to Hari Babu, sorry. You are not Arjun Rampal. And sorry to Arjun Rampal and to Nasiruddin Shah also for calling cases. All right, on that moment, we'll take a break and we'll be back. Hello, all our lovely subscribers. It gives me great joy to announce that we shot a Permit Room Film Club episode with the legendary DOP cinematographer Ratnavelu. To join the session with Ratnavelu, please take our Permit Room Film Club membership where you can ask your own personal questions. If you also want to meet these master craftsmen and women, if you want to meet these amazing professionals and ask them your own questions, please join our Permit Room Film Club. So thank you, and this is an opportunity to make your filmmaking dreams come true. Welcome back. This is a members question section.
Okay.
We have premium subscribers. If you also want to ask questions to our guests, please take our quarter bottle membership. And here are the questions. Hi Nidhi, how do you categorize yourself? Well prepared, that is non-mechanical, or spontaneous? Got short division on set and performing without thinking much to get magic. Which will work majorly for you? Say a scene is on an emotional outburst or a situational self-deprecating or dark humor. After say 15 retakes, how do you put an effort? Maybe effort is mechanical in this context. Or say same just freshness. Which model works here best in this scenario? Spontaneity or well prepared?
That summarizes the thing. Like last is the summary of the whole
Yeah,
question.
that what, okay, so between spontaneity and well prepared, well, I would say I'm mostly a more spontaneous actor.
Okay.
But at the same time, you need to be prepared in terms of your position because there is a shot, it's lit up in a certain way. You will get focus only in certain spots. So you can't just do anything you want. So I think you need to be prepared in terms of the choreography, if there is any. But not in terms of, and obviously the dialogues, but I feel you need to leave a little bit of space for magic. And I learned this from a director that I worked with.
Okay.
He would always retake until everything is fine, but he'd be like, I need that magic. Something, like even if you do something wrong, what I asked you not to do, that's good.
Okay.
But I need that little bit of magic,
Okay.
you know? So it's a mix of both
Okay.
for any actor, but for me, it's a little bit more towards spontaneous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Next question. Captain.
Hey Nidhi, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, thank you. I am. Hope you're doing
I
well
wanted
too.
to ask you about how you deal with the realization that you'll be surrounded by male gaze for the most part of your career. And tell her, what has your opinion been on your career trajectory? I think it's a double question.
Yeah.
First part, like the realization that you'll be surrounded by male gaze, right? How do you feel?
Actually, this is a really long answer.
Please go ahead.
You can.
Yeah.
So growing up, I come from a home with me and my sister, 2 girls.
Okay.
Obviously, we have our doggies. They are
Okay.
brothers, but 2 girls
Okay.
and a co-ed school where if the guys played cricket, we played cricket. They had cricket teams. I was in the cricket team, football team, every team possible. So there was never any kind of division in my mind.
Okay.
You know that, okay, this is what a man is, this is what a woman is, this is how a male should be, behave, dress, speak, sit, stand, think. It was never there. But I think once you come into the real world, I guess I was not probably in the real world. I was in like a very protected bubble. But once you come in the real world, definitely there is a difference
Correct.
between how people expect a male and female to be, behave, dress, speak, think, everything, expect, dream. But the male gaze bit never bothered me because, yeah, there might be a few people who make you uncomfortable always in life, male and female. Even certain female gazes, if that's a word, make you not feel comfortable.
Okay.
But there are some really amazing, great men also, who make you feel so comfortable. And there are so many of them on set, like mostly the ADs and everything. They're mostly men.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be great if there are more women also, but they do make you feel really comfortable. They don't ever make you feel like, oh, I'm a man and I'm telling you. It's just a creative process where everybody's outcome and goal is the same.
Correct.
So I think in life, it's a great question. But when it comes to film sets and everything, I don't see any kind of difference there.
Okay. Cool. And
Till now, what is your opinion on your career trajectory? Well, I'm just grateful that I'm an actress. Everything else is a bonus. Me working in more films, me whatever, XYZ, winning awards, not winning, whatever it is a bonus. The fact that I had just one dream in my life, and I would say, God, just give me this one thing, and that one thing I got. So I'm just so grateful to be here in the first place, and everything else is a discussion for, doesn't matter.
okay. That's a great answer. Cool. Hello, Nidhi. How do you handle social media detox or increasing the attention span, but gets distracted and lose control to cling on to mobile in some cases?
Yeah.
Bad day at shoot as it didn't go as per your expectations of the character arc, or waiting too long in sets, or disrespectful, etc. How do you consider spirituality? Depends, as it is different for everyone. For some, it is book reading, etc. How do you consider spirituality to handle this toxicity? If you visited, say, Mahakumbh or Kamakhya, will it be for devotion or to experience something?
Wow, that's a great question. Sun 999. It has a lot of questions. Okay, what's the first part?
We'll go with the first.
Okay.
How do you handle a social media detox?
Like universe is asking you.
The universe is asking me, the sun is asking.
Yeah.
Social media detox. Well, I don't really do a I'm not like on and then completely delete the app. I don't do that. But I try and police myself with how much of social media I consume. It's increased a lot now because I've been more active. I've been going out a lot more, talking to people, meeting people. But I'm very happy not looking at social media. If nothing of mine is out, I'm not interested.
Okay.
It's only if my stuff is coming out, then I'm like, okay, what has come, who has posted what. But if it's not about me, I'm not not looking at what other people are doing much.
Okay.
Yeah, so no need of detox, but I would like to detox.
Yeah.
But
Do you Google
it's
yourself
tough.
at some point?
I have.
Yeah. Were you happy with the results?
No. I was not happy with the photo also. I'm
What
like,
are the
no.
keywords you search when you Google? Just like Nidhi Agerwal? Or?
Nidhi Agerwal. First of all, my spelling is only it's such a big
It's
challenge.
double D. Please
no,
clarify.
Double H.
Let's clarify the spelling now.
Nidhi. This person has spelled it right. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Nidhi Agerwal.
Okay.
Okay. Now the next part.
But I have a suggestion. I'm sure you know this probably. But if you don't want to Google yourself, if it seems too much,
Yeah.
you can set something called a Google alert.
My dad has that for me.
Oh, he does. Okay, great.
I don't have it. My manager should be having it. They don't. But my dad has that.
Correct.
Very scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
So he knows everything. Sometimes he asks me questions and I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. He's like, no, I saw on Google. I'm like, how do you see everything? I have Google alerts on your name. And I'm like, oh, great.
Correct.
Next question. How do you
consider spirituality to handle this toxicity? Does the toxicity get to you sometimes?
Yeah. Spirituality, I hate using this word nowadays because I feel like people have used and abused it too much. But I mean, my life is about spirituality. I think I mean, acting is my job, it's my career, it's my love, my passion. But obviously my purpose is something else. I'm sure I'm here to do something that I probably don't know right now. Spirituality to me would be living inside yourself. Only if you are complete, if you are happy, if you are at peace with yourself, can you be at peace with anything that's outside of you, whether it's love or hate. Like if I am peaceful with myself, now if somebody is abusing me in some other language, which I don't know, it doesn't even matter to me because I don't know I don't even understand what they're saying to me. So the same thing with toxic stuff. Like, when you are so positive and peaceful inside, it's you don't really get outside and try to understand all the toxicity around you. There is a lot. But if you start taking that into your head, you are, I'm sorry, but screwed.
Yeah.
So you've got to really work on yourself. I think I have worked on myself a lot. Yeah. Like a lot of internal work has gone into me keeping my mind sane and understanding what are my priorities, what is important, what's not important, what's noise, what do I really want, why should everybody behave a certain way, why do I have these expectations. So a lot of stuff. So I really have kind of worked on myself in the lockdown. Actually, I started. Actually, you know, when this started, so I was shooting for Smart Shankar and we went to Varanasi, Kashi. So we were shooting there and I took my mom. My mom has never come for my shootings, but I wanted to go to Kashi. So I said, please come with me. So she came with me on that one trip. And she till date tells me that film was your biggest hit. So you should call me on set on all your films anyway. But yeah, so we went there and I was going to the temple and everything. And there was this one temple that had a really low wall. The ceiling height was really low.
Okay.
So when I was entering, I just like kind of put my head up and I hit my head so badly. There was like instantly hot tears. Like I wasn't even crying. It was like hit and within like a millisecond, like hot tears were rolling down my eyes. And something really changed after that. You know, I don't know whether it was some reset button or something that got hit or something like, oh, like kind of got activated here.
Kundalini got awakened.
No, I hope not. But yeah, some crown chakra kind of, some clearing happened. But something changed in my life after that, after visiting Kashi. And I also, when I went to Kashi, I said that, God, this is the sign. If this film works, I'm going to continue. If this film doesn't work, I'll do something else.
Really? And what was your plan B?
I didn't have a plan B. I would just be like really depressed if I had a plan B. But so that was my way of checking, okay, am I on the right path? Like, and I don't usually ask these questions. I go, if the signal goes green, that means it's going to be a good day. Not that kind of stuff. But this was like a serious a conversation between me and the higher power. And yeah, the film
Did well.
Did well, yes.
that was my thing that, okay, I am on the right path. Keep hustling. Don't, take failures to heart. Because maybe you're meant to be here. So just keep working. Your day will come. Your time will come.
That's again a sign from universe.
Yes.
Stay.
Stay. It's painful.
Yeah.
It's going to be painful, but stay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Painful. I think second layer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Day of layers.
Layers.
This whole podcast
We should name
is
this
an
podcast
onion.
Layers. It's an onion.
Just peeling them off. No, but one of the reasons you said that you got your first movie was because you had practiced in ballet,
Yes.
right? Now that's quite a rare thing
Yeah.
because it is. I mean, I've read somewhere that it is the toughest dance form
It really is.
to master because it's excruciating to
Yeah,
stand on your
it is.
toes.
It really
and stuff like
is.
that.
So ballet was something that my mom just kind of put me in. I didn't really choose that, oh, I want to learn this form of dance.
Okay.
So my mom, she has put me in every class possible, from table manners to abacus to baking to this to that, everything. And we had all sports in our school. So I've literally like jack of all trades, learned everything. So what was your question?
Ballet.
Ballet. So ballet was something she put me in, and I've learned ballet for 8 years.
Okay.
So that's my core form of my foundation in dance. And once you know one form of classical dance, it can be Kathak, Bharatnatyam, ballet, Odissi, whatever, other things become easier because I don't know, it's just something in your body, mind, bones, cells, everything just comes together.
Yeah.
But ballet is really tough. You've seen Black Swan?
Yeah. It's traumatizing. I mean, I don't even
But
know
it
ballet,
is
but it
really
seems
painful.
So,
Like what happens is, so your toenails, right? When you stand on points, so there are these point shoes that you get. They have a little bit of a hard surface here and it's flat. So when all the pressure goes on that, it's painful for all this, yes. But your nail kinds of digs into this part a lot. So this whole area starts bleeding. Like it's a normal thing. All ballerinas have kind of been through that. My sister also taught ballet at one point as a hobby. So my mom put her also in the same class. So it was a really nice experience. My teacher was really sweet.
Okay.
She used to talk like this. Hi Nidhi, how are you? So peaceful and sweet. and calm. And I used to love going for that class. Bangalore vibes.
Nice. I remember only that one, like that moment in Telugu films, which is when Allu Arjun does on the steps
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
on
yeah,
on,
yeah,
on
yeah.
toes.
Yes. Yeah. Toes
He
is
walks
hard,
down.
yeah.
But would that be considered ballet?
I don't know if that's ballet.
I
That's
mean,
not ballet. I'm
it's-
saying like on
it's
toes.
not ballet, but it's the same physics.
Correct.
You
Ballet,
know?
ballet. I'm so sorry.
Today is the day of
Today's the day of
banter.
terrible jokes. Yeah. Cool. But what they show in Black Swan is whatever. There's a symphony happening and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
But what songs do you like practice ballet to? It's like those symphony kind of songs. or-
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
really like beats, and it doesn't have that kind of stuff. It's more like you said, symphony kind of songs,
Okay.
just more music.
Yeah.
Because ballet is also very restrained.
As in?
It's like you're doing the step, but you're not like going all out with your body and head and everything. But you're putting so much strength into that one arm or one leg movement that it's tight and you're moving it.
Correct.
It's not free flowing. It's very restrained at the same time strong. Actually, ballet is really tough. After learning a lot of other forms,
Okay.
ballet has been the toughest for me.
Okay. And what are the other forms that you have?
I've
dabbled?
learned Kathak.
Okay.
I really love Kathak. Kathak, I think for Indians or something, it comes from the soul. Something with that music, and you feel like you're dancing from like, from the inside. So it's a very different feeling from ballet. I really loved Kathak. I've learned so many forms, jazz,
Like as a dance
a little
form?
bit of belly. I don't want to say belly, but I have.
Okay.
I can't do all those fancy things, but just basics.
Correct. So Kathak, they say, comes from Katha, which is like a story.
Yeah.
So you're like acting out a story when you're
Yeah.
doing
So
the piece?
it's more like there is these god songs, right? Basically, where they describe Krishna or they describe like an episode from Ramayana, and they enact it and they kind of tell you the story. You're not acting, you're dancing. So the expressions and everything, it's just you. There are no props.
Correct.
So you're kind of imagining the props and the people and everything. So it's like that.
Also, one thing that we just learned about you is you're ambidextrous.
Yeah. Oh my God. I think my team. Okay. Yes.
And your first movie in Telugu also is Savyasachi.
Yeah. Imagine.
Wow,
Universe.
It's the day of the universe.
Universal layers.
Yeah, universal layers. And terrible jokes.
And terrible jokes.
That day.
But no judgment.
No judgment, of course.
No judgment. Since we
Because
stopped
I'm an
doing that.
artist.
Yeah, now we've moved out.
Since we stopped doing that.
So which handwriting,
No,
which of the hand you
the
write well?
story of this right hand, the story of this is I was originally a left-handed child, but my parents were really young parents. My mom had me when she was 19.
Wow.
So really young parents, and somebody told them that, oh no, left-handed kids, no, you change her to right. So they changed me to a right-handed person. So somewhere I'm pretty comfortable with my left hand also. I don't like, not Rajnikant, where I write with both the hands.
Your
like
sign
that.
won't be same with both
No,
hands.
no. It will not. But I can like function with my left hand also like decently. It's not like completely alien.
Okay.
I can put it to good use. I can like maybe write, eat, brush my teeth. It's not alien.
Correct.
But I can write with my left hand.
I never tried. No, I tried many times, but I tried so badly.
No, but they say that you should do that because there's this thing called neuro pathways. So we get into a certain rut of a thought process in our life. Like we wake up, we have the same thoughts every day. So if you want to change your thought process, you just want to get out of what you're thinking of, they say to change the hand that you're brushing your teeth with. So there's a different neural pathway that kind of opens. So your thoughts are different.
Oh.
So they say to kind of do things a little differently, like your routine things like brushing your teeth. Try doing it with your left hand, and you won't have the same pattern of thoughts that you have every day. This is like a proper studied
Hey, good.
research thing.
Can give it a shot.
You should
In
try.
the morning, like, because of that. If I try with left hand, then maybe I'm concentrating more on like
I
how to
think
brush.
so. So it's basically a pattern, right? We are always, everything is patterns in our life. Our thoughts, it's all a pattern. If you go back and see all your thoughts every day, if you start writing, you'll see every day you're having the same thoughts in the same order. This thought leads to this leads to this leads to this. So you need to sometimes break it to see what you can, do in life if you want to get out of something. I mean, if it's working out great, then maybe stick to that. If you want to change something, then maybe try something. I've tried all this a couple of times. I think it works.
Nice.
This is the self-work that I was, not this, but a lot self-work.
No, I have a friend, Apurva, who's like a brilliant mind. Like she's a very intelligent woman. She used to complain. She's a left-handed. Like she writes with her left hand. So she used to complain that in India, in some schools or colleges, the chairs have the writing part on the right hand.
Yeah.
Which means the whole podcast you are like, I'm sorry, the whole exam.
Yeah.
So my friend used to tell me that apparently all through her exams, she would hate exams because she's sitting like this for like 3 hours and just like, writing
shit.
almost backwards. That way.
And then invigilator would think, hey, are you copying?
And also, like, have you noticed if you're eating next to a left-handed person, your hand is moving, their hand is moving. It's like always.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But a left-handed person is great for badminton though, because if you're playing badminton and say you are right-handed,
Okay.
and that person is left-handed, is on the left, then they cover it because for them this is forehand and the majority of the court is covered. So
Smart.
if
So
there's
play
a
with the
left-handed
left-handed.
badminton player, I always make sure I'm on their side. You have that slight advantage.
Yeah.
Like Jwala Gupta and Ashwini
And
Ponappa's
Ashwini Ponnappa.
partnership
Oh,
was
yes,
that.
yes.
It
Yeah.
was
And they're the most successful pair
Indian,
So this is the logic behind that.
I
You've
don't know.
decoded it.
I don't know. I'm just. I don't judge sports people also.
So you don't judge sports also anymore now.
No, I don't.
Sports
I'm
people
done
and no
with
sports.
After India left the World Cup,
It changed
He
something in
gave
me,
up.
dude. It changed something. I'm like, dude, why am I doing this? I'll tell you why. Because I have a lot of friends who watch cricket. I'm my good friends.
Yeah.
They watch cricket just to moan about it.
But that's maximum of the people.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to be that guy,
You
It's
don't want to
just-
be that guy.
Because from childhood we do that, right? Like there are so many cricketers. You ask me, what do you think? For some reason, I'm like, hat. I'm like, dude, what
Yeah,
does that
that
even mean? Right? Like, what does that even mean? Hat bole to? Arey, wo mehnat karke aaya bhai udhar. So yeah, so I just tried to drop that part. Can I tell you
but
something
good,
else I'm
yeah.
trying to incorporate? Which is again something I kind of came. I'm trying to be specific in praise and generic in criticism.
No, but that's such a detailed. How did you even come up with
I'll tell you
this?
how. For 5 years, I was reviewing movies. So I found out.
I don't want to say anything.
I found out. I know. It's not a very deep origin of it.
No.
It's
I'm
very
gonna say
shallow.
something else.
So I found out that a lot of people would comment like, "Hey, I like your reviews, especially the way you roast movies. I love it." So
But people love roasts.
they love roast, and I get it. I mean, as a comic, I understand, I appreciate it because it takes some effort to be funny and roast, whatever.
I'm sure.
Then I found out that when I liked any movie, I was just being like, oh, the cinematography is great. The acting is beautiful. And just put some adjectives,
Yeah.
You know that word, they call it word salad.
Yeah.
Where you use a lot of words, doesn't
Yeah.
really mean anything.
Yeah.
So all my praising was like that. It was just like, oh, this is great, this is good. And then I'm like, sure, that's such a shitty way to go about it, right? So now I'm trying to be like specific in praise. Like, hey, I like this about this, and that was great. And with criticism, I'm trying to be generic. That okay, whatever.
But I think that's a really nice, detailed self-improvement process.
I don't know how much I've implemented it to be very. I'm not claiming to be a better human being.
Starting the thought process itself is 50% of the job done.
That's true. That's true. And it's true of everybody because I see, like, suppose you do something really good, they'll be like, man, great job. But if you screw up somewhere, the detail with which they will tell you how you screwed up.
Right,
Yeah.
true actually.
They're like, come on, you did this, you did that, and you do good job, you do good job. That's it. There's no
Then you're like an actor's dream. This is what every actor wants to hear.
like specific praise.
Specific praise and generic criticism.
Like you'll be tired of like, hey, good job, nice movie, good job.
No, not at all.
After,
Yeah.
no, I'm saying after some time,
Yeah.
when people like come and say, hey, it's a good movie, good job, you'll be like, okay, everyone is like praising it.
Imagine someone's giving you detailed compliments and they're like very generic criticism. You'll be like,
Yeah.
dude, I love you.
Yeah,
No,
I
they would
know.
love to hang out with you.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get back into film reviewing.
Yeah, with the new set.
With this,
Yeah.
I mean, like, because some of my heroes, like Bharadwaj Rangan, have you seen when he praises something?
Yeah.
He praises it with a completely
That's
new
true. I've
point of
seen
view
his- yeah.
and stuff like that.
He is
By the-
quite detailed.
He's?
He is quite detailed.
Yeah, he is. By the way, what is your opinion on reviews? Because, like, I was reviewing films for about 5
My
years.
opinion is simple. If I get great reviews, I like them.
Like
If I don't, I don't like them. No, I'm kidding. I feel like, again, with reviews, everyone has a right to review films because eventually films is made for an audience.
Yeah.
And every audience member doesn't have to be educated in films to have an opinion about films.
Yeah.
It's an art form.
Yeah.
So I think you can't judge it also. It's a very mixed bag of things, you know. You have the right to have an opinion. You have the right to kind of say out your opinion to the public. But at the same time, how can you judge art?
Yeah.
So I feel like if critics say this is my opinion based on my life, my personality, my upbringing, you might just like it. Just give that kind of a disclaimer. I think it's cool. Not like don't go for this. This has this. There's like first half, second half. Give away the story. I think that's not a review at all. First of all.
Yeah.
So I feel like review it, but just do it the right way.
True. That's a good point.
Also in review, it's not right to say that don't go for this movie.
But yeah, people are like, if you want to waste your money, then please go ahead. They say stuff
do you
like
have-
that.
Yeah. Guilty, Your Honor.
Oh, you said that?
No, not so directly.
No, I'm asking generally, like in a review,
yeah.
can you tell the audience like, hey, go for this? You
I
can tell, go
have
for
people have reviewed some of my stuff saying stuff like that. So I know they do it.
Don't go, kind of.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like, this
This. No, I'm
is
saying like, is it ethical like as a
ethical?
reviewer?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think it's ethical.
I mean, see, it's a public platform. You have the right to speech. You can say anything. But ethical, no. I don't think so. But have an opinion. Having an opinion on art is great. I mean, that's what shows you have a mind, you think. That's amazing. But again, the way you say it, that's all.
Correct.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like now reviewing, like, we live in the age of reviews, right? You want to buy a product, you check out the reviews. You want to go to a restaurant,
true.
So I think because of that, some of that has spilled over into film reviews also. Like now it's like a restaurant review.
Yeah.
Okay, like the idli is great, but the chutney is not so nice, but the vada is hot, but the coffee is cold.
Yeah.
So don't go in the morning, whatever. There is like
Then you
there
choose.
is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing because now whenever you search anything on Google Maps, it has a review.
Yeah, true.
Dude, I was looking for a temple. Usme reviews
That
are
is a
low.
review?
They are like,
What, like-
hey, parking is not. I'm like, hey, it's a temple, man. What do you expect?
Oh God,
So,
this
yeah.
is too much.
Yeah, no, so any place, like you go to a
Yeah, yeah.
school, you search a school on Google Maps, there'll be reviews. Teachers are beating. Arey, there is a place and a time for,
In my school, teachers are not allowed to hit.
not allowed to hit. Man, that's
If
glorious.
like
That's,
they could not touch you.
Wow.
Which is why like certain things when people say they got hit by their teachers, I'd be like, how is that possible? How
How?
can another
He'll tell
human being have the right to hit you? Like that's not okay. These things are not okay.
Yeah. Well, now the government has a law that you cannot hit students.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing because I know a lot of people who are quite traumatized by that
Yes.
kind of stuff.
Yeah. True.
You
that's
know,
completely
it's
true.
quite scary for
Yeah.
kids.
You
And
can
it
see
should
one
not
person in
be-
front of you.
Dude, I got beaten up like anything, dude. Like,
Really?
yeah, like, and first of all, it was a boarding school. It was a spiritual ashram.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. No,
I
not
mean,
so
no,
nice.
but not nice.
Yeah, because if your school is run by a belief system, then every other belief system is more firmly entrenched,
Yeah.
right? And so I would just like get beaten up like anything.
Oh God.
Yeah, but I also feel like I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like some people get more traumatized than others, and that's fair because we
Yeah.
react differently.
Yeah.
But after a point, I remember it would become like this video game level that you have to cross. I mean, in your head, what is cool after all? For me, it's like you're playing GTA every day.
That's
Right?
what school is according to you.
It became after
It
a
became
point.
like
After a
that.
point.
Because you're playing GTA, when you start, you have the opening song. That is your
Got
school
it.
assembly.
Oh,
Then you get a car, you have one life, busted. So you just don't know from where the cops are going to come, beat you up, and then you
teachers.
dust yourself.
and get back up.
Let's go, CJ, and then you're back. So life was a video game with. So in a way, that probably toughened me up because
Yeah, I mean everything has
Yeah.
its, but overall, I think that should be.
it's terrible. It's
Yeah.
terrible. You know, in our school, the kind teacher was the guy who would let
English
you...
teacher.
English teacher?
No, usually that's the
Yeah,
vibe.
that's true. That's true. But in our school, the kind teacher was the guy who would let you pick the stick that he could hit you with. And we were like, wow, Karuna Sagar.
I don't know. Like, this is beyond my understanding.
Let me explain. So he will hit you with a stick, right?
Yeah.
Every teacher has a stick.
So you could choose the stick that would hurt you the least, basically.
Yeah, there was that. I mean, that's kindness in some way. Because all our teachers were like, have you watched Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Everybody has a wand,
Yeah.
like that they got
cane,
from
the
Ollivanders.
cane.
Yeah. So everybody had that. But the teacher who was
God.
kind would be like, hey, you go pick the stick. So you have that 5% chance of like, choosing a stick. But then how do you know? By beating yourself? It is a sadomasochistic exercise
And
to
there
find
also-
the stick.
And there also, suppose you pick a thin stick. Actually, that'll hurt you more than a thick stick.
Yeah. How do you know which stick affects you the least? Hitting yourself. And then you realize it's a shitty exercise because I'm hitting myself.
But this is so sad.
It is sad. It is sad.
I remember I joined this one tuition once, around, I think my 9th or 10th, and my school, they weren't allowed to hit. And this tuition teacher used to hit people.
Asian people are evil. Really.
Yeah, he used to really like hit the boys especially. So I remember once he called me and I obviously didn't do my homework and stuff. So he took my book and I was like, you can't hit me, huh? You do whatever, but you can't hit me. If you touch me, I'm going to call my parents. So then he's like, oh. Then he just took my book, tore it and threw it like that and all the pages came flying. But I was okay with that.
That's okay.
But I was like, you cannot touch me. Like you can't hit.
Else you'll throw an apple.
But some, yeah, true. No, but some people's parents would tell them, please
Yes.
hit my kid.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
My parents made it very clear that you cannot touch her. Any problem, you call us, but don't cross. Stay in your limit.
Yeah.
Stay in your limit.
Correct. No, my parents were all like, please hit him. So that, I don't mean to diss my school. There's so much. It's a
Of
part of who I
course.
am.
No, but all-
this part of it, I'm not very comfortable
Yeah.
with that. You cannot just,
Even I don't think you should. But how does a person learn and grow in fear? I cannot. Like even on set, if like there are people who are like constantly screaming and in a bad mood, you can't do your best. You're really. I feel like you cannot flow in fear, and I'm not used to that at all. Like being fearful is not a good thing, and fear is not respect. I think people confuse that a lot. Fear and respect are two completely different things. I cannot respect someone I fear.
Yeah.
So fear and respect, don't mix it up. It's two very different things.
Correct. Yeah. But the advantage of all the teachers beating was that, I'm just saying,
Silver lining, yeah.
yeah, the silver lining was that the one teacher who didn't beat you really changed your life. So for me,
But
there was that.
beating
Like,
kids was
Loka
it's a
ma'am.
normal thing, yeah.
Yeah. But now it's not.
No, please thank the teacher that you were going to thank.
Loka ma'am, I've thanked her multiple times.
How
Yeah,
sweet.
dude, she changed my life.
How sweet.
She is the one person who said that, okay, you can, pursue this.
Yeah.
You like writing. I tried to be funny back then. So yeah, Loka ma'am, if you're watching, I don't think she'll watch a podcast called Permit Room.
No, you can send it to her. You can send it.
Yeah, but if, she's like, teacher who changed my life.
But some teachers are really nice, and it's so important in that age to find someone
Yeah.
who finds something in you.
Yeah.
It's like such a magical feeling who
That is
sees
true.
something in you because you need that at that age.
Yeah. And I think like in our generation, that's why the Harry Potter books worked so well, because the inciting incident of Harry Potter is so personal.
Yeah.
Because Harry Potter is living under the stairs, right? His life is shit. He's being mistreated.
True.
Then when Hagrid comes in and says, "No, Harry, you are a wizard,"
Yeah.
that's what a good teacher does actually. Just makes you feel the magic.
Yeah.
Who was your teacher like that? And did you have?
Yeah, I had one teacher called Gitanjali ma'am. She was our geography teacher.
Okay.
And all our teachers were really sweet and they would be nice to us. They would teach us in a very practical way. Again, we would learn more through projects
Okay.
rather than just books. So we would have books, but we didn't have like homework and all. Anyway, let's not talk about my
What
school.
the hell, man? This is
Yeah, we didn't have
Hogwarts.
homework. We didn't have to carry like heavy bags and stuff because it would be bad for our bags.
So only one classwork book, no homework book.
No homework.
Oh, half luggage is gone.
No homework at all, but we had to do projects. Like anything we learned, we would have to then do a project. They would grade us based on the project. So you actually had to understand what you were learning. It's not like mugging up and writing. You need to understand like litmus tests, whatever, anything. You had to really understand it. So Gitanjali ma'am was also like the psychologist of the school. And she
You
used
had
to
a
like
school psychologist?
yeah.
Damn, that's insane. Can you name your school?
Vidya Shilp Academy.
Vidya Shilp Academy.
Vidya Shilpa Academy.
Vidya Shilp Academy.
Vidya Shilp Academy.
That's a good name also. Shilp is like a sculptor.
Oh, we had sculpture also. So we
So
would like
Vidya.
They are shaped.
Shilp.
They're sculpting you with
Sculpting you with
sculpting
Vidya.
us. Yeah. But honestly, it was a great school. So she was also the psychologist. So she got a lot of time with each kid personally.
Okay.
Where she would actually be very encouraging and motivating. You know, she would always be like, "You have so much potential, and I would love to see you shine." And she was always so positive. So I think that was nice.
Did you show your movies to her? Like once
No,
you
but
made
she
it? Did
sent
you-
me an email after my first film.
Oh.
You know, saying that she's so proud and she just feels a long, really sweet email that she didn't need to send,
Correct.
but very sweet of her to send it.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, great school, yeah, actually, now that I think of it.
yeah.
Yeah, and you didn't get homework, man. So what do you put in your
No
school bag?
homework, no exams,
Projects.
tiffin, lunch, short break, tiffin, lunch. Anyway, school would give. Tea break also they
Textbooks are
would
in
give.
school only.
We hardly had textbooks, but when we did, yeah, textbooks were in school,
Wow.
notebooks, everything in school. Bag was pretty empty. But our school had a lot of emphasis on sports.
Okay. And did you play a lot of?
I played every sport. Like I was yoga interstate winner. I'm not that flexible anymore, but yeah, I think I can get there if I train for a bit. So I was yoga interstate winner. I was chess inter-school winner.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you still play chess? Like, do you have a rank?
On the app sometimes,
What is
but
your
no.
you don't
Now
have a
now I'm bad at chess. But when I used to play, it was nice. And what else? We had everything: swimming, skating, basketball, football, volleyball, sculpture, bridge, the cards game,
Okay.
everything. Arts, athletics. Yeah, athletics.
Okay.
Every
Can we
sport.
check out your school?
Of course.
Let's see.
Sri Vidya.
Not Shri.
So Vidya
Shilp.
Shilp
Vidya Shilp Academy, Bangalore.
Academy.
They've changed the building now. It's moved. It's become bigger.
Okay.
So it has a
Go to
history like
images.
some
Damn,
more than
that's-
50 years
that's
and
a-
all. It has a history like it's like a very.
No, it's actually a very new school. So the batch
When you
that
started
I
studying
joined
this.
was the first batch that had first standard. So we were the first batch to go from first to 10th. So it's a new school. That's why
They were so
everything
nice
was,
to you.
Yeah, everything was very new and different.
Okay. Or maybe they're just nice generally also.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Those are the
Yeah,
school
so we
benches. That
always
is
had
cool.
like three people
They
together.
don't have benches.
That's
But
cool,
again,
man.
this is the new building. The old building was what I was a part of.
That's
but
your
yeah,
sports ground?
Yes.
That's amazing.
We had a 400-meter.
Damn.
That's cool, man.
Wow.
Cool.
You get
My
in one of
sister
your
also
school
went to
days?
the same school. And we had like so many things. We used to have like debates,
Okay.
dances, and everything. And I would choreograph every dance that I was in.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of extracurricular stuff.
Correct.
You know.
You had just a minute? There's
Yeah, all of that was there.
Can we do a
And
just a minute for Telugu?
Of course. For Telugu.
And for our
Okay.
audience.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can.
Let's go.
But who's going to give the topic? Like
Anybody will give the topic.
Getting prepared.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Give us a topic for just a minute.
just a minute.
Give 3 topics.
We have to say it in Telugu.
Telugu.
Done.
Yeah. For just a minute.
Oh.
All right. Cool. 3 topics. Who will go?
Sustainable fashion.
Please don't give me
That's
the
for
fashion
her.
topic. No, please don't give me
that
the
is
fashion topic.
judgmental. Cool.
Yeah.
3 more. Give 10 topics. We'll choose.
Yeah, give easy. Give easy.
Space,
Space
tourism.
tourism. Your topic? You'll take that?
Space tourism.
Evolution of remote work.
Evolution.
Influence of music on mental health.
Okay, this is
Mama,
good.
ఇది తెలుగులో చెప్పాలంటే
Not
influence
a
of music on
audition
mental health.
for
Acha.
me.
Evolution of remote work.
Remote work.
Okay, one topic is influence of music on mental health. That is
That's
yours.
a good topic. Yeah.
You'll take that.
Give more easy, please.
Easy. ChatGPT.
Log in for that. Okay. Favorite childhood game. Beautiful.
Best comfort
Yeah,
food.
this is condescending to my intelligence.
Best comfort
Okay, cool.
food. A recent movie you enjoyed.
Best comfort food. Can I take that?
Best comfort.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
take
perfect.
best.
I'll
comfort
take recent movie you enjoyed.
Yeah, for him that's perfect.
Yeah.
I'll take your ideal vacation destination.
Yeah.
Because that is simple.
Okay, cool. Let's go. Who's going first? Should we toss? Do we have a pen? Can
No,
you
I'll
throw-
Yeah, but we don't have
I'll
three
go
sides.
first.
You'll
You'll
go
go
first.
first?
I'll
Okay.
go first. So I'll get done with it. Then you guys can
Correct.
speak in proper Telugu.
Cool. Wait, I'll count.
Okay.
I have a
Best
stopwatch.
బెస్ట్ కంఫర్ట్ ఫుడ్.
Ready? Are you ready?
బెస్ట్ కంఫర్ట్ ఫుడ్ గురించి మీరు ఒకసారి ఒక 1 minute మాట్లాడండి చక్కగా.
All right. Give a little more hyped up thing, Santhosh. Like, మన మధ్యలో ఉన్నారు నిధి అగర్వాల్. తను డెబ్యూ చేసిన 2017లో. అప్పటి నుంచి మన రాష్ట్రం కాకపోయినా కానీ తెలుగు ఎంతో పట్టుదలతో నేర్చుకుంది. ఇప్పుడు తన తెలుగు మాట్లాడే స్కిల్స్ మన ముందు ప్రదర్శించడానికి జస్ట్ మినిట్ అనేది ఎంచుకుంది. అందులో టాపిక్ బెస్ట్ కంఫర్ట్ ఫుడ్. రెడీ? గో.
థ్యాంక్ యూ జడ్జెస్. బెస్ట్ కంఫర్ట్ ఫుడ్ నాకు ఇడ్లీ అంటే చాలా 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 ఇష్టం. నేను చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి ఇడ్లీ తింటాను. ఇంట్లో సండే బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్లో నేను ఇడ్లీ తింటాను. అండ్ నాకు ఇడ్లీ అంటే ఒక ఇమోషన్, ఒక ఫీలింగ్, ఒక హ్యాపీనెస్, ఒక చీట్ డే. నాకు చీట్ డే కూడా ఇడ్లీ కావాలి. నాకు బర్గర్, పిజ్జా, సూషీ ఇవన్నీ ఇష్టం లేదు. బట్ నాకు ఇడ్లీ అంటే పిచ్చి. ఇడ్లీ పొడి, ఇడ్లీ చట్నీ. హైదరాబాద్లో ఒక ప్లేస్ ఉంటుంది గోపాల్ ఇడ్లీ. ఒక చిన్న బండి, చిన్న ఇడ్లీ. ఇడ్లీ ఒక్కొక్క ఇడ్లీ 5 రూపీస్ ఉంది. సో చాలా ఎక్స్పెన్సివ్ బట్ చాలా చిన్న బండి అండ్ టేస్ట్ చక్కగా ఉంది. సో ఇడ్లీ అంటే నాకు చాలా చాలా ఇష్టం. అండ్ నా ఇష్టమైన ఫ్యాన్స్ అందరూ ఆడియన్స్ కూడా తెలుసు నాకు ఇడ్లీ ఎంత ఇష్టంనా దే నో.
Correct. Done. Thank you. All right. Let's go. Santosh, you want to go next?
ఇడ్లీతో కూడా ప్రపోజ్ చేయొచ్చు.
Yeah. Correct.
ఓకే, మై టర్న్. నా టాపిక్ వచ్చేసి నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి ఐడియల్ వెకేషన్ డెస్టినేషన్. టైం.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Correct. Yeah. Let's go. All right. Go.
నా సరి అయిన ట్రావెల్ చేసే ప్లేస్.
ఏ మై తెలుగు
ఐ థాట్ ఆఫ్ టెల్లింగ్ మన మంచి
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
నేను
Time and tide wait for none, buddy.
I was thinking of like doing సరైన.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with.
Let's go.
Your ideal destination. నా ఐడియల్ డెస్టినేషన్ వచ్చేసి కేరళ. ఎందుకంటే నేను నా ఫస్ట్ అవుటింగ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ తెలంగాణ పోయింది కూడా కేరళ మున్నార్కి. ఎప్పుడైతే కేరళకి వెళ్ళానో నేను ఆ మున్నార్ కొండలపైన నిల్చొని నా కింద ఆ మేఘాలన్నీ చూశాను. అప్పుడే నేను టాప్ ఆఫ్ ద వరల్డ్ అనే ఒక ఫీలింగ్ వచ్చేసింది. అరే ఇది కదా లైఫ్ అని. అంటే అప్పట్లో చిన్నప్పుడు అట్లా ఫీల్ అయిన సందర్భం అది. ఏదో తెలియని ఒక మంచి వైబ్ లాంటిది ఒకటి ఉండే కేరళలో. వెళ్ళాక వెంటనే కేరళతో లవ్లో పడిపోయా అనుకోవచ్చు. దట్ ఈస్ మై ఆల్వేస్ ఫేవరెట్ ప్లేస్ టు గో. కానీ ఇప్పటిదాకా 2 సార్లు వెళ్ళాను కేరళకి. అండ్ కేరళలో నాకు నచ్చేది ఏంటంటే ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడతారు కానీ పూరి, పరాటా. దట్ ఈస్ బ్యూటిఫుల్. అండ్ చాలా డిషెస్ ఉన్నాయి కేరళ క్యూజిన్ అనేది చాలా ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ క్యూజిన్. అది కూడా అక్కడ పోయిన తర్వాత తినడం. అండ్ వాళ్ళ వెరీ లేట్ బ్యాక్ కల్చర్ అది చాలా నచ్చుతుంది నాకు. ఇంకెంత టైం ఉంది ప్లీజ్ చెప్పండి.
Thank you. All right.
ఇప్పుడు నీ టాపిక్ వచ్చేసి
నా టాపిక్ నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి which one did I choose?
Evolution of
remote work.
Influence of music on mental health.
Yeah. Recent film.
No. Influence of music on mental health.
Sorry. Okay.
అవునా?
నాకు పర్లేదు.
No, but recent film. I want to know which film you
Recent
saw.
film. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Recent film.
చెప్తా.
Start.
నాకు సినిమాలు అంటే చాలా ఇష్టం. సినిమాలు చూస్తూ మనుషులు తినొచ్చు. ఏమేమి తినొచ్చు? ఇడ్లీతో పొడితో. నేను లాస్ట్ చూసిన సినిమా నాకు చాలా నచ్చింది ఏదంటే అనోరా అని ఒక సినిమా చూశాను. లాస్ట్ ఆస్కర్స్లో బెస్ట్ ఫిల్మ్ దొరికింది. ఆ సినిమా యాక్చువల్లీ ఒక ఇండిపెండెంట్ సినిమా, అంటే స్వతంత్ర సినిమా అది. సో దాంట్లో ఒక అమ్మాయి ఉంటుంది అండ్ ఆమె ఏమొచ్చి ఆ వర్డ్ వాడాలంటే కొంచెం అన్నిటికన్నా పాత ప్రొఫెషన్ ఏదో అంటారో అక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది. కానీ సినిమాలో ఆ అమ్మాయిని మీరు ఆ గేజ్తో చూడరు అసలు. ఒక మామూలు యంగ్ అమ్మాయి ఏం అనుభవిస్తుందో, ఆమె లైఫ్లో కొన్ని పాత్రలు వస్తూ ఉంటారు అండ్ ఆమె మొత్తం లైఫ్ మొత్తం 2 రోజుల్లో ఎలా మారిపోతుందో అండ్ అలాంటి సినిమా అది అండ్ అన్అజ్యూమింగ్ సినిమా అంటే అదొక హెవీ ఆస్కర్స్ వచ్చింది అలా అనిపించదు జస్ట్ ఒక మంచి బాలీవుడ్ రామ్ కామ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ టాలీవుడ్ రామ్ కామ్లా అనిపిస్తూ ఉంటుంది అండ్ అది నా ఫేవరెట్ సినిమా మొన్నే చూశాను అందుకే కొంచెం రీసెన్సీ బయాస్ కూడా ఉంది బట్ ద మూవీ అందరికీ రికమెండ్ చేస్తా అనోరా అనే సినిమా చూడండి
One minute 20.
I think he won.
Yeah.
You also did.
No,
good.
because I took the
I
topic that
lost.
is easiest to me
Yeah,
and
I
I've already
lost.
recommended the film.
No, there's no losing and winning. Yeah, art is not
whatever.
competition.
Art
Kada.
is not
Yeah, we don't
competition.
judge.
It is, but
Yeah.
nowadays-
We listen, we don't
I
judge.
think we do.
Do you see the trend? It's very nice. Like we listen, but we don't
Yeah,
judge.
we listen.
Yeah. But
Thanks, ChatGPT.
good. Yeah.
Thank you.
And good job speaking. Yeah.
This was not good, but okay.
Okay. Yeah,
I can speak better,
Yeah.
but I don't know. But
No, I think it
about
was the
idli,
spot.
how much can I talk about
Yeah,
idli?
correct. Yeah.
So I
And
don't
you
know
guys
what to
are-
say beyond a
You
point.
did extended though. She's like నాకు ఇడ్లీ అంటే చాలా చాలా 5 seconds అలాగే అవుతుంది.
Listen, anyone who doesn't know much Telugu, the only word they use is chala.
చాలా యా
Everything is chala. Chala బాగుంది.
యా చాలా బాగుంది
చాలా నచ్చింది.
కరెక్ట్ యా ఇట్స్ సంథింగ్ I have grown to
చాలా
love about the
ఇష్టం.
language
Yeah.
is that there's one more thing like suppose there's not too many adjectives in
Yeah.
Telugu. Suppose it's big, we don't say it's huge, gigantic.
Yeah.
It's pedda.
No,
So beautiful, so
పెద్దగా.
accessible.
If you have to say పెద్దగా ఉంది.
Yeah,
In the modulation,
yeah,
you-
in the modulation and same with chinna.
చిన్న
That's it. You don't have to say minuscule, microscopic, minute. Nah, chinna. That's it. It's so liberating. Yeah.
very nice actually. True.
And then one more thing I love about Telugu is for many things, just we use sounds. It's so beautiful.
No, I heard this song. This I hear a lot.
Yeah, like you sound, but even in words, you know, like suppose, like the other day Mohan Krishna Daganti was saying, no, that in English you can say he wolfed down his meal.
Yeah.
That's okay if you want to put in a certain thing.
Yeah.
But what I love in Telugu is like we just use some sounds like gaba gaba gaba. Gaba gaba taka chesnava. Taka kada. I love those kind of these sound based
What
words.
bike session?
కొట్టాడు మావా ఠక్ 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 ఠక్
But tak మాట్లాడతారు.
I love, I think that's only true of you, Telugu, which I love. And of course, purists will be like, no, there are words. I'm like, yeah, I'm not denying that. It's a classical language. But I just love how accessible it is. That you can just put in sounds, dude. Like, gaba gaba tinu. Gaba gaba, daga daga. So beautiful.
Oh God,
Nice.
Correct.
that was fun.
Yeah. Cool. We'll move on since you're out of time. We have a few questions that we ask all our
Yeah.
guests. So the first question that I would like to ask in our series of last few questions is like, are there any books that you would recommend to people? Are there any favorite books that you have that you like reading?
Well, honestly, I don't read much. I would like to, but I'm not going to lie and say, oh, I read. I don't read much. I've really tried to read, but I find it very difficult.
Correct.
But I do listen to audiobooks.
Okay.
And the last audiobook that I heard was Autobiography of a Yogi. Obviously, I was gifted the book and then I downloaded the audiobook and heard it from a director. And I really loved it. I think it's a very complicated book to kind of read, get into, understand, be interested in. But yeah,
Okay. Cool.
I think
And-
one must.
All right. And if aliens come and abduct us and we have to go live in Mars, and you're allowed to take 5 movies with you
Okay.
for repeat viewing on Mars, what would those 5 films be?
Repeat viewing. So you're not asking my top 5 films.
No, I'm not.
You're
No,
asking
repeat.
repeat value.
Bunty or
films.
bubbly?
Yeah,
First, I know.
Bunty or bubbly, yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. Ye Jawani Hai Diwani.
Ye Jawani
I think I've watched that film the most number of times.
Correct.
Oddly, Interstellar.
Correct. Because you'll be in space, so it'll be like immersive experience.
I didn't think of that. But I don't know why I really like that film.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
And for some reason, I watched it more than once and I don't know why.
Okay.
Okay. Because it's not that kind of a film, but
Correct.
yeah, it changed something in my mind. In Telugu, I would like to take maybe Rangasthalam.
Okay.
I really like that movie. Can I just say my top 5 Telugu films?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I like Rangasthalam. I like obviously Bahubali. I feel like all these films, they're great films and they've changed something either in people who watch them or for the industry or for whatever. So Rangasthalam, Bahubali, Arya, Arjun Reddy, my first Telugu film that I watched,
Okay.
and Pokiri. I feel like these films are like iconic, and they've changed something in the industry, in filmmaking, the pattern, the mindset. Like they've all broken some kind of a barrier at that point of time.
Cool. And cases, do you have semi-final question?
Semi-final question.
Semi-final question.
I have a semi-final question is, so it's been about 10 years that you've come or 8 years? 2017
I think
till now.
7, 8, yeah.
7, 8 years.
17
7,
my
8
film
years.
release or 18, I don't know. Anyway, 7, 8 years.
7, 8
Yeah.
years that you have come. Okay. And your aspiration to become an actor has been since your college school days.
Younger, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So now this Nidhi, who's sitting here and is shooting between Raja Saab and Hari Hara Veera Mallu, if this Nidhi met that Diva universe pageant Nidhi,
Oh my God.
what would she tell her?
I would tell her that you are enough. The way you are, as a person, as everything, you are enough the way you are. You don't need to try to be and learn and do this. You're enough.
Cool.
Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Sure, it's sweet. Yeah.
And here is our final question, which is we generally ask our guests about 4 aspects of their life, which we think
Okay.
constitutes their personality and their well-being. So the 4 aspects are physical health, mental health, time management, and financial management. How do you deal with these 4 aspects of life? We can start with any of your choice.
We'll start with financial, logic based, so we'll finish that off first. Very important. Well, if you don't have finances, you can't even dream. So you need financial health for every other health. Financial health, I think I've become very healthy financially, as in I've learned how to deal with finances. I've moved to a space where I'm thinking of not how I can blow up what I got, how I can sort of invest it.
Okay.
I haven't really been into saving my whole life,
Okay.
but in the last 1 year, I've really gotten into saving. By saving, I mean investment. So money makes money, whether that's, a lakh or that's a crore, but money makes money. So always invest your money wisely, but also live your life. Don't be a miser. Live your life, be comfortable, but yeah, don't waste. Make money with money. Because the easiest way to make money is from money.
Yeah.
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 And doesn't that come a little naturally because you come from
Marwadi
business? I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to.
Probably, I think so.
I mean, they're generally better with handling money, right? Like, just,
I guess. But also, this is something that I learned a little too late.
correct.
I never spoken to my CA initially. I had no idea what money came in. I had no idea how much money I was giving in. I didn't know what is GST, what is TDS.
Okay.
So one day my dad literally sat me down. He taught me everything. That this is what GST is. Don't worry because you're getting it, you're going to give it. So you don't have to worry that, oh my God, so much GST is going. It's going, but it's coming in also. So it doesn't matter. So he literally explained everything to me to save, I think, the embarrassment of talking to our CA.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
yeah, so I think I was taught a lot of things, recently about money. And I think I have a really healthy relationship with money now, where I'm comfortable with it. I know what to do with excess of it, and I know what to do with less of it also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then time management. How do you?
Time management. So I don't know if I'm great with time management. Honestly, I don't think I'm very great with time management. I oscillate between overworking and like I'll overwork for a week or a month or a day. And then I'll want to do absolutely nothing for like a day or two, where I won't even want to move. I'll want to sit in one spot, have breakfast, lunch, and dinner in that spot and not move. So I oscillate between two extremes. Like if you ask me, do you want to do 4 things in one day or one thing every day. I will choose 4 things in one day and be free the next 3 days. And my free is not like going out, chilling, lunches, dinners. I hate doing all of that. My free is sitting, watching something alone. So yeah, I think I'm not great at time management.
Okay.
I
But maybe
oscillate
that is
between
great time
extremes.
management, that-
Yeah, you think so?
I guess.
Maybe. You know, where I overwork myself and then I want to be like free. But when I'm free, I just want to be like not doing anything for at least a day or 2. That doing nothing is very important sometimes.
Yeah. Work hard, party hard. Not party hard,
Work
but chill
very
hard.
hard and chill very hard. That's my mantra, I think.
Correct.
Not mantra, but it's just the way I am.
Correct.
I would like to change that a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a bit tough for me.
Correct. And what about physical health,
health and
mental health?
mental.
How do you
Physical health and mental health, it's related, but physical health, go to the gym, eat right, play a sport, you know, choose healthy. Food is not always for taste. Your lunch can be for taste, but your dinner has to be for your health. You know, you can go heavy with your lunch. You can have, I love rice. I'm a vegetarian. I don't have too many sources of protein. So I need to be a little wise with how I'm, you know, splitting my carbs, protein. I don't always do that. I usually go more heavy on the carbs. But I feel like if you have enough physical exercise, then you can kind of cover up the diet area. But yeah, diet, physical exercise, sport, something, because this is going to be with you forever. And old age, every problem is health, like physical health related, right? Mostly. So you have to take care of your body, non-negotiable. It is the most important thing. And I honestly feel like if you take care of your body, your mind also becomes fine. I feel it works that way. Not if you take care of your mind, your body will become fine. No. But if you take care of your body, your mind will become fine.
That's true.
It's a result of that. And mental health, have a few people in your life, you know, who you are not maybe not pretending is the wrong word, but you're not trying to project an image, or you can just speak anything with those people, your parents, maybe your best friend, and even one friend is good enough, you know. But have like few people on your fingertips in your life who you can just call and just be yourself with. That's really important. If someone's going through something mentally that's not good, get a pet. I've really said that to so many people, and it does change your life like anything. You know, it'll bring the most amount of happiness, unconditional love in your life. So if someone's going through something really bad and you're not happy, you don't feel good, everything is not the way you want it to be, just get a pet and you see how your life just changes. It's the happiest thing. It's the best thing that you can do for yourself. So there's that. And I think just be realistic. That really works for me. Being realistic, not, okay, like for example, now I'm an actor, I'm working, this is my job, I love it, I'm passionate about it, but my entire life can't be about my profession. You know, so have your priorities like family, work, yourself, your friends, whatever it is. But prioritize your life, and relationships, I feel, are more important than work. So work hard, but also keep your relationships with everyone. I'm not saying girlfriend, boyfriend, not that. Friends, gurus, I don't know, just everyone around. That's somehow at the end of life, no, that's what really matters.
That stays.
No one really cares how successful or how rich you are. But you really need people after a certain age. And now we won't feel it. But once we touch 50, I think we will feel it. Did I make the energy like really
No,
serious?
that's
deep.
great,
Now we made
actually.
it deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I'm just curious, did you get to meet Aishwarya Rai, your childhood hero?
No.
Are you like, will you be starstruck if you meet her?
Maybe. I mean, I just love her. I think she's so beautiful and she's so graceful and she's so elegant. And I just love the way she, you know, speaks, carries herself, behaves, everything. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, I hope you meet her soon after
Thank
the
you.
success of the movies that are coming up. All
Thank
the best
you.
for that.
Thank you so
For
much.
the pan-India projects that you're doing
Thank
now.
you. Pan India.
Yeah, pan-India.
And thank you to your school.
School.
And your teachers who are so cool, and your parents.
True.
They're very nice.
The
That's
parents
very
also,
cool.
of course.
Yeah.
And the friends who have stuck with you
Yeah.
for so long.
Well, I have
Yeah.
very few friends.
And you know what? When you said you're a vegetarian, I was actually thinking that it is so nice that she dropped palak paneer on you. And not like chicken butter masala.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah. So
That would have led to a
That
punch.
could have led to a
Yeah.
punch. Yeah.
But also, I used to be non-vegetarian. I converted to a
Okay.
vegetarian.
Well, okay. Well, sorry to that friend. Just think of it as like
So that
bad
time only
luck
one
paneer.
slap came.
Huh?
Yeah.
That time only a slap
Yeah.
came. If
Yeah.
a chicken would have fallen.
Yeah, it would have been a punch.
Punch.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to
Thank
say?
you. No, I'm good.
That's great.
I think
That's
we're good. Great podcast. I had a great time.
Thank you, we
And
too.
like your motto was what making your guests laugh. I
Yes.
think you really made me laugh. Especially that peddaga and chinna. that whole thing was like really funny. I'm going to be tripping on that for days. Yeah.
Yeah. In a night of terrible jokes, there's a silver lining, perhaps. Well, all the best for the movie.
Thank you.
And we tell all our guests, please feel free to return again. Even if you
Yeah.
do not have a movie, generally, if you have some time free and you want to talk,
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
we
Just want to
can
come
do
and
that.
chill.
We can play a
Yes.
few video games. We can just have a conversation.
PUBG.
PUBG,
GTA.
let's go.
GTA is a bit traumatic
yeah.
for you. So don't.
Yeah. No, I can do GTA. I'm completely.
If you watch IPL, they can come down and watch a match
With your
with us.
I would love
Yeah.
to do that.
So anything,
I
just
would
let
love
your
to.
manager know, or
I'll
we
let
could
you.
also get in touch.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All the best for
Thank
your
you.
movies. And I
Thank
hope
you
this
so
is your year.
much.